Hey, hello, Sam. What up? Give me a few minutes and I'm going to put the link. Yeah, well, yeah, we just had a heat wave. Thank God. We had here in Southern California, man. Thank God it cooled off. The rain cooled off, but we're still here. Hey, how's everybody doing out there, huh? Okay, I'm going to put the link right now. Hey, Sam, what's up? Okay. Hey,
Hey,
what up, Sam?
Carlos.
How are
How
you?
are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
I've been looking forward to talking. You had a couple
Oh, that's.
questions.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Um, Thank you for coming in my chat. And once I saw your comment that you thought I had up a white supremacist, so I wanted to ask you about that.
Oh, that guy, Agley or something. He was Agley or I forgot his name. That was about a week
Damn,
ago.
I don't
Yeah.
want no white supremacist up, you
No,
know.
I know that, but I called him that because he was acting racist.
Did you know
I,
his name? What I would know him by?
Agley or Hoogley or something. I forgot.
Kukli? I don't know. No, Kukli.
No,
No, Kukli.
Eagley or something. But
Now I want to know the name, man.
okay, he's a guy from. I
Was
think
it
it's
Winkler? Was it
no,
Winkler? No.
no.
Ah.
Another guy. He's blonde, wears a cap, a baseball cap.
Was it like Unbleached?
Bleach.
Matt
No.
Stearns? Was it
No.
there's a guy I don't like that I won't have him up. He's like he's come up in underwear?
Oh, that's no, not him. No,
Oh,
not him.
I wonder who it is, man.
He's a guy called. Oh man, I forgot his name, but he's been. Yeah, if I
Well,
have to see him,
if you
I have to see him
remember,
again.
what did he talk about? Do you remember?
Oh, they were talking about. I think Mexicans or something like that. I don't
Well,
remember, but I did call them that. That's what I do.
it's
But I did.
remarkable how many racist bullshit prejudice there is in our little universe, and not
Yeah.
many
What about
people
that?
call them out.
What about that guy that Poon brought one time? Remember, Yuri, that guy from Germany?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he's on David Wallace, man. He's a Nazi sympathizer. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that
Is
guy?
he the guy you mean?
No.
Oh, he's terrible.
Oh
But he
yeah,
has
he's
a good
terrible.
personality, you know?
Oh yeah.
The weird thing is I call him out, nobody else does, and he likes my on air. He's a fan
Yeah.
of my on air, but his
Hey,
politics are repulsive. You know?
hello, Barbie girl.
Yeah, oh Barbie, come on up, right? Join us if you all want to do
Yeah,
it. I got an if
yeah.
Barbie got a girl cut me off, man. I went on my favorite streamer, Evil Abe, and I started to groove a little bit. I was good, and she cut me off. And Evil said, "Well, let the man talk." So I talked again, and she cut me off again. Like Barbie
Um,
girl, I get it, you're good, I guess, but you cut me off. It wasn't
oh,
cool,
Evil Abe. Mhm.
right?
Oh, let's see when Evil Abe comes and tells him. I'll sit there. Don't stop, Barbie. I'm gonna get Evil Abe. Don't make me go get Evil Abe, Barbie. Okay?
Well, I don't think I like Mr. T a lot. You know, I think you might not like this Barbie. I got nothing against her. I don't know about her, but you
He
cut me
doesn't like.
off, and I wasn't gonna fight you. You know, I
No,
could have gone
no.
after her, but I did not. You know,
Well, I have an issue with Mr. T. Man, but I don't.
what's the issue?
I never liked him. I just think he's trash. He's not the.
Oh, my bud, he's my bud.
Well, I don't. Well, I don't have an issue with somebody
Uh-huh.
friends with that. I mean, people
Uh-huh.
can be friends with whoever they want. But I know
Right, I
that.
know that. I know that about
I,
you.
I learned that. I mean, I learned that from growing up because I came from a background. When you're born in a hostile environment where
Uh-huh.
there's gangs around, fights around, and all that kind of
Right,
crap,
right.
and you always get this thing. Oh, Bobby's up, let's see. You always get this thing people saying, "Oh,
Hi,
don't hang out with
Barbie.
this guy."
Cool that you came up. Why did you interrupt me? I got nothing against you. I like Carlos. If he like you,
Yeah.
speak,
Hey, hi,
Barbie.
Bobby.
Hi.
Speak, Barbie.
I like her voice.
Come on,
Sam,
Barbie. Come.
do you not remember, Sam, when you called me out on Abe's panel for
What did I
being
say? I don't remember, but tell me.
you thought that I was a Valley girl
I like
and that I
Valley
was an only
girls. Man,
child,
that's good.
and you said that I was, I don't know, some weird shit. Do you not remember that?
No, but seriously, I live. The valley is the San Fernando Valley, and I've lived in it at one point. I like Valley girls. I love speech and the way people speak differently, and I really like your voice. You know.
Okay, well, I'm not a Valley girl. Carlos, tell him.
No, she's not a Valley girl. She's never even been to California.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
I was
Yeah.
Carlos was talking about growing up in a rough neighborhood, I think near Tijuana, and
Yes.
actually I am privileged. Whatever that, I didn't
Well,
have that kind of tough stuff, you know.
I know because you hear all the time growing up. You hear your parents, your brothers and sisters tell them, "Don't hang up with that guy. Don't talk to that
See,
guy."
that was a word that you called me. You called me privileged.
Well, I'm privileged, so maybe I'm wrong. Tell me about yourself, how you grew up and all that.
Well, I am pretty privileged.
I am
Hey,
too.
Tara, what's up, Tara?
You know, I have
Thanks
this
for
kind of
coming.
liberal. I'm not liberal, but I have this a liberal friend, and sometimes he corrects me. Like I wanted to be friends with his Pete Ard, in spite of the fact he's racist, right? Because other than his racist, he seems like a nice guy. But my friend said,
Hello,
"Well,
Dory.
how can you be friends with a racist?" Hi, Dory. So people correct
Hey,
me. Is what
Tara.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel better, Tara. Just
And
a
I
little.
am. He said, so we're talking. I said, oh, I hate people saying this privilege, this.
Hey,
But
can
he
you hear
said,
me?
but you are privileged. So
Yes, we
I
can hear you,
am.
Dory.
And Carlos wasn't, but I was, and maybe you were. And I don't know what to say, but it's accurate. You know.
Yummy
Well, I
fried
mean,
catfish and coleslaw.
just don't judge people by that way, Sam.
Hi,
That's
Barbie.
all I'm asking. Dory?
Hey, Crime
Hi,
Canary, what
or
up?
Dory. Hi, Dory.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. I was sitting in this little bar, and Carlos came on. I'm like, give me my tab. I have to pay for my tab so I can go outside and join Carlos's panel.
I was looking forward to being on Carlos because he's so authentic. He's such a nice guy, and so many people are kind of quirky, I guess, including me. But Carlos is
Hey,
just such
Nikki,
a
what's
good
up?
guy, you know.
Are you trying to steal my panel partner?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll fight you for him. Absolutely, man.
Just
I'm a
because
fan of
I
Carlos.
was like busy for a couple of months, everybody's stealing Carlos from me now.
Well, let's fight. I'll fight for Carlos. You go out, get him. I'll be
I
there
can
in front of you. He
I can
belongs to
share.
shop.
Dory,
No,
You're
I'm
welcome,
Dory,
kidding.
I
Frank
will
Canary.
fight. Dory, I will fight Sam Hill, and then
I
I will just
Well,
back
let's go,
away so you
Barbie.
can be with
I'll
I
fight
I,
you. You got a problem
I
with Mr. T? He's my bud.
I can share.
Oh, he's your bud.
Yeah, I like Mr. T a lot.
Oh, that's great.
He
Were you
has
What
a
being
else?
I don't know, he has a
sarcastic, are
thing
you?
for Mr. T. There's a few people out there that do. But you know, like I
Hmm.
never really followed him. All
Yeah,
I ever heard was
don't
bad
go over there.
things.
Don't
Why?
All I
go
ever
over there.
heard, was bad things, and I'm not judging. I'm just not.
Well, what bad things? If you say it, you got to spell it out.
My ears started burning. They were on fire, and
I'll tell you, he sings country western song, man. One time he brought a tear to my eye. You know, I like his
that's
singing a
that's.
lot.
Right there.
Do you want to hear me sing? I'll sing you something.
Sure.
Please.
Okay, I'm gonna sing. I'm a really bad singer, but I'm gonna sing
Well,
anyway
why are
because
you,
my
if you're a
heart
bad singer, why are you singing? No, I don't want to
because
hear
my
you.
heart has been telling me to sing because my son passed away last year,
I'm sorry about that.
or maybe
Okay.
this is gonna sound bad, but it could have been 2 years, almost two
I'm
years.
gonna sing badly too. While you're singing, I'm gonna go get Hallelujah. And if you go
Oh,
first,
you're
and
gonna
I'll
sing.
sing a little bit.
I'm gonna sing my favorite lullaby from James Taylor, called
I
"You Can
love
Close Your
James,
Eyes."
Sweet Baby James, man. Fire and
Yeah,
Rain.
but the
I
song
love
I'm
James.
gonna sing is called "You Can Close Your Eyes" or "Close Your Eyes,"
Sing
and it
it.
goes like
I'll
this.
be back. Sing. I love Taylor. Yeah,
All right.
good
So
choice.
everybody, Barbie, you listening?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on mute, girl. I'm
Okay.
ready to
How
hear
about you,
this.
Okay.
Carlos? You
Well, I'm gonna
listening?
go on YouTube. I'm gonna go on YouTube. I'm gonna listen. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna sing. Um, now the sun is surely sinking down, and the moon is always rising. This whole world keeps spinning round, and I still miss you. So close your eyes. You can close your eyes. It's all right.
It's all right.
'Cause I can't sing no love songs, and I can't sing the blues anymore. But I can sing this song. And you can sing this song when I'm gone.
When you're gone.
It won't be long before another day. And we're gonna have a good time. And no one's gonna take that time away. You can stay as long as you like, so close your eyes. You
Close
can
my
close your eyes, it's all right.
right.
I don't know no love songs, and I can't sing the blues anymore. But I can sing this song, and you can sing this song
I can
when
sing
we're
that song
gone.
when we're gone. That was nice. It's
Thank
kind of
you.
like me. This if the song is beautiful,
Great
it's
work,
nice.
man.
I enjoyed it. You know.
Yeah, it
Great
doesn't
work.
matter if you can't sing if the song is a good
Well,
song,
you
right?
sing, but
Not great. I'm just like
I liked it. You know.
my heart wanted me to sing that song after Sarah died.
Yeah. Barbie, did
Uh,
you know he was a junkie, James Taylor? You know anything about him?
I knew
Hey,
that.
look. Hey,
I was
look,
in
Sam
love with
Hill.
him. Of course I knew that.
Look. First of
What?
all, Dory, that was beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice.
I got goosebumps. But Sam Hill, what the fuck are
Aw.
you doing interrupting it?
It's
I
okay.
tried to make it better. Fuck me.
No, it was better just by her.
It's
No,
okay.
who are
I'm
you to
really not a singer. I appreciated
No, I like the
the
song.
help.
I can sing. Barbie, why don't you judge me? I can sing a little bit of Hallelujah,
You
or
just have to
it's
interrupt everyone, don't you,
what?
Sam Hill?
What?
What? Come on,
You
what?
interrupt everybody.
Oh, and you don't? I went on
No,
Abe,
he didn't
and
interrupt.
and you
I
were the
didn't interrupt
star. I
that
get it. He
song.
liked you, but you interrupted me, ma'am,
No,
twice,
she
and I gave
didn't
up.
interrupt anything, Barbie.
Barbie,
He just sang along with
twice.
her.
But I do
He didn't
interrupt.
interrupt.
You got a point.
He
No,
didn't
I was
interrupt.
singing on mute,
He didn't.
and that was
Okay, anything
beautiful
else,
by
Barbie?
Dory. Thank you.
That it? Yeah, I
Oh,
interrupt.
Barbie, don't let me go getting you
Dory,
away.
it
Okay.
gave me like goosebumps, Dory. I'm not kidding
It was
you.
great, huh? Can
I've
I
been
try to
thinking
sing a
about
little bit?
singing this ever since Sarah died, and because my son died a few years ago, and he died of an overdose. He was not a drug addict, but I'll tell
Hi,
you,
Tara.
drugs affect everyone.
I'm
Like
crying.
my son had a mental illness, and he died of a drug overdose, and it was so sad for me. Maybe not for anyone else, but it was so sad for me.
Well, the
And
death
there
of any
was
child is horrible,
Sam,
right?
stop. She's talking.
well, it was
Why are
just
you taking over? This is a
Barbie,
conversation,
Barbie.
Barbie. You're not going to
She's
stonewall
telling
me
you to
with your
stop
interruption. If
interrupting
she
her.
tells me, no, then she can tell me. You
okay.
interrupt
Well,
all the
let me
time.
just say something, Sam. Yes, a death of any child is very sad, but he was a second child of mine that died. He was not the first child. He was the second child, and he died in a way that it was like a lingering. First, he became mentally ill, so I lost him. I lost him there. It was a different person, and then he became progressively worse, and then he left. He asked to leave. I paid for him to go back to Canada, to live in Canada. He got Social Security. They paid for everything. They took care of him. And then he died accidentally after he went off the grid for 2 years. I didn't hear anything from him. And then I heard that he died. He died in the street. Wasn't cool. It was very sad. But it was also very sad when my baby died. He was 12 weeks old. Nobody knew him. Only
Yeah,
me.
I know what you mean. I mean, when I was coming up to my room to do this live, I noticed there was an old photo of my mom's baby. She had a baby about 5 years before I was born, and that baby, passed away when she was like about
Wow.
7 or 8 months old or something. I don't know, something like that.
Right, like
And
very
I saw,
young, right?
yeah, very young.
Yeah.
And even though I never knew the baby, I know that it just kind of makes me sad like that when I see that picture. I'm walking like that every time.
Yeah,
It's
like
right
my
up there.
children, that
Yeah,
are left. I have two children. I had four children altogether. The two children that are left, they still feel pain from the first one, and
yeah.
they were very young. They were like 5 and 2.5, I think, when that baby died. And then they
Hmm.
had the one that just recently passed. Then they had him, and he was their brother for 32 years. And then they lost him too. So they lost two brothers. So it was sad for my children also.
Yeah.
James Taylor, the song Fire, what is it? Fire and Rain might fit the situation. It's about loss too.
Mm.
I can sing all those songs, but you're right. Like I'm attracted to drug addicts. I'm not a drug addict, but I have an attraction for them. And I know that James Taylor was a heroin addict,
Yeah.
and I saw him in concert.
Wow.
I was just like, oh my God. I got that album Fire and Rain when I was 14.
So you know the story of it, right?
Yeah, and my brother's friend bought it for me, and my brother was so jealous. He was 15, and his best friend bought me a record, Sweet Baby James, for my birthday, and
Great album
my
too.
14th birthday, and my brother was so mad, and he was so mad at me, and I said, "Why are you mad at me?" He said, "Because none of my friends ever bought me a present for my birthday. And I was like, well, it's not my fault.
Yeah, he was in a
But
mental
yeah,
hospital with that girl, and they made a connection in that mental hospital, and they were
yeah,
always going to be together. And one day she wasn't. He lost her.
yeah.
Well, just like that song by Eric Clapton about his
Heaven is
daughter.
Oh,
sudden,
about
right?
his
So
son
sad.
died because his Eric Clapton's son fell out of a window in New York City.
Of his ex-wife or something, the
Yeah.
mother. Yeah,
Well, the mother,
the
the
son.
mother of the baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
terrible.
and like I remember when it happened, and I was thinking, oh, how can a mother just be so neglectful? How could she not know that that could happen? Like I really did upset me, and I thought, wow, Eric Clapton's a pretty cool guy for not like calling her out like that, because I'm sure inside, way deep inside,
Yeah.
he blames her.
Funny, he was a
You know,
junkie too.
I know,
Well,
but
how
he
does she
wasn't
go
there.
on living? How does she go on with that, right?
It would be hard. I'm going to tell you, it would be hard because,
Maybe
you know what?
impossible.
I would, I had a 1-year-old child, and I went with my mother to her sister's house, which was on like the 13th floor of an apartment building in the West End of Vancouver. And we were like having cocktails at her house. That's what people did back in those days. And my little baby was 1 year old, and he wanted to go in her bedroom, because all the other children were in there watching TV. And I said, is it okay? Is it safe in there for him? And she said, oh yeah, it's fine. Let him go in. So I let him go in. And then for a second, I thought, oh, I better go check the room just in case. I go in there, and she's got windows that have no locks on them that are on the floor, that he could have just like rolled over and fell 13 floors down. Literally rolled
Yeah, you
over.
got to
And
baby safe to be responsible. You got to baby safe the dwelling
right.
place
So
for
I
sure, right?
checked. Of course, I'm his mother. I checked, even though it was even against my better judgment, because I thought, what, like, who would think it was safe for my baby to go in that room? Why would my aunt think that was safe? Because I'm from a family of lunatics. Clearly, clearly, we're all lunatics. And my aunt, even though she lived in that apartment, she knew about the windows, because I asked her, I said, did you know about these windows? She said, yeah. And it didn't occur to you that a 1-year-old could roll over and fall 13 floors down? And she's like, no. Like, oh my God. To me, that was insane. I just couldn't even, like, my thought processes go to another
Yeah,
level.
I got two sons, and boy, it hurt when they get sick and they got like the flu or something, and you can't do anything about it.
No, I know. But you can stop them from falling out of windows.
Oh, well, yeah, it
Hey,
goes the whole deal.
Dory. Actually, I have a good story about this. My cousin, he was 2 years old in an apartment complex, just 2 stories, and went through the screen and fell out and broke like both of his legs and one of his arms. I mean,
He
that's
was
not
so
anything you
lucky. It
can
was only 2
control.
stories.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, like, you're not thinking that the screen, because he's older and he can climb. Like, this is a
right.
1-year-old. He was literally crawling on the floor, barely walking. But the windows were on the ground. They were literally on the ground. There was no lock. And when you pushed them, they opened, and he could just roll over and fall 13
Oh.
stories.
Well, I mean, back then, I think we're talking about the same age. They didn't
No, a
really
one year
worry
old,
about
a
those
1-year-old and a
things.
2-year-old is completely different. Like, a 1-year-old
No, but
cannot
I'm
walk yet.
saying like the year that it happened. I think we're in the same
Oh, okay.
year, like timestamp.
I mean,
That's just so,
that was an unfortunate happenstance, because when they're two, they
yeah,
can climb things. They can
Hey,
climb
Andy,
right.
up
what's up?
over a ledge or something.
Well, right. I think it was like 2 feet off the ground, and he climbed up there,
Right.
punched
Oh,
out the
And I
good.
would
screen, and
never
then
blame
fell out.
anyone for that. That sort of thing happens. It's an accident, you know. But the situation that I felt like she put me in that situation because I asked her, is it safe in there? And she could have said, no, I've got these stupid windows that won't close. Right? You know, she could have told me that, but she
Hi,
didn't.
Andy
Because I don't know.
Cruz.
She's like, no, it's fine. Oh my God.
Well,
But
why do you think they have
I didn't get
windows?
mad at her though. I
I'm
didn't get
crying.
mad at her. I did not.
Why do you think they have windows in like hotel rooms, right, that don't open anymore? Or there's not balconies? Like
Oh, good
things have
point.
definitely changed.
Yeah, for the good in
Well,
that case.
I used to live in Las Vegas. They don't
Yeah.
have windows that open in the casino hotels unless
No,
it's
they
really
just have these
old.
little vents that open.
And without doing something, I mean, a baby, they're very oral when they're very young, and they can put pennies and all this stuff, man. They're in danger for
Carlos, you
sure.
want to sing the Beach Boys?
The what?
Well,
The
that's
Beach
why the
Boys?
Big Pen. You know, the Big Pen has a hole on the top where the cap is. It has a hole because a lot of babies choked on the cap.
Yeah,
So now they
right.
can
Hey,
breathe through
hello,
that.
Nicolina. Let me see. Hello, Nicolina.
Because they
Thanks for
discover
coming.
the world through their oral, through their mouth, and it can get them in trouble. I remember my babies.
I think we're kind of taking over the panel, guys. It's
Why are you
Carlos's
so
turn,
like you're
right?
trying to let it go, Barbie? I
Oh,
noticed
No,
when I
they
went on Evil Abe, yeah, you're interesting, I guess, but why? It's Carlos. If he want to shut it, tell somebody he will. Why are you being
no,
so
he
bossy?
won't. Are you kidding
Wow,
me?
you're
Carlos is
not
too
bossy.
sweet to do that.
So hey,
no.
Barbie, who's your
Mhm.
favorite commentator on YouTube?
Commentator.
Who's
You
your
know, people
favorite
that
person on YouTube? Who do you
talk
like?
smack. The smack talkers of all the YouTubers.
Good question.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
Evil Abe,
Um,
man, you mess with him, he will cut you down. He's brilliant. That would be
Dude,
my favorite.
I'm not afraid of Abe. I've been on Abe's panel before, and he
I'm
kicked
not
me off.
afraid of him, but but he will
He
cut
kicked
you.
me off, and then he
he kicked you
apologized
off?
later.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
great. He
because
will apologize.
Yeah, he apologized.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a good
you
guy.
know, because I was taking shots with him, and he
Okay.
got too drunk. He
Yeah, he
kicked me
doesn't
off.
like that. He doesn't. Yeah.
He with
Yeah,
me,
girl.
he can have the wrong cognition. Like he said, I came in to take over his channel. No, I didn't, man. So, but he's very stubborn, at least with me, and I dig him a lot, but he can be wrong, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
one
he
time,
just got mad at me because I was right. Because it was back in the days when everybody was going after Diane,
Oh,
and
yeah, he gets really upset about that.
he was anti-Diane big time, and
He
I
still
won't jump on
is.
a hate train. I don't care if he is or isn't.
Wait,
You
you're
know, like people
supporting?
have a
Wait,
right to hate her if they want to,
are you
but I won't
supportive of
go.
Diane?
I don't jump on hate trains. I don't do that.
Wait, wait,
So I
wait.
was
Hang
like
on.
defending the
Are you
right not
supportive
to
of
go
Diane?
against her.
Am I muted? Are you supportive
I
of
appreciate
Diane, Dory?
I appreciate the fact that she exercised her Fifth Amendment right like an American citizen. I have a lot of respect for that.
Okay.
That's it. That's the reason why I defend her is because all people wanted to do was get her to incriminate herself, and she exercised her Fifth Amendment right not to do that. Good for her. And all Americans should do that if they're smart enough.
Correct. It's a constitutional right and should.
Exactly.
Okay, well,
I'm
I'm
not
going
an
to answer
idiot.
your question now, Sam. My favorite
Sorry.
commentator on YouTube is Stitches Malone.
Is who? I didn't hear that.
Is that your wife?
oh, Stitches. No.
Wait,
Yeah.
do you mean to run? Do you mean to run after her? I could. I'm
I wanna-
outside, sitting on a park bench with some other woman's husband.
Andy
Oh,
Cruz,
shit.
you should come up, man.
He's sick all the time. I
Yeah,
I
it's
need
up
him
there.
to cook, clean,
Yeah.
all the things.
Wait, I think we all need to go silent
'Cause
and
I
mute.
don't do any of that.
There's something going on in the background.
Bye. Peace out. These people from New Jersey, they're crazy.
You know, my favorite commentator. First of all, it's not Evil Abe. It's a guy named Sancho. You know him, Sam?
We talked about him.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sancho.
is that the guy that Hello Starlight likes?
I think
Oh, I
he
like
does.
her.
Yeah.
She's
I
pretty
think he is.
great.
Yeah. He's from the 1A community. I used to be. Yeah. I used to go on his side chat all the time. At one time, but he's pretty cool. He knows how to. He knows this guy knows how to talk like that. He's not that. He's not that funny, but he can be very funny sometimes. Oh my god.
Okay, if we're gonna start talking about Diane and Hello Starlight, then I'm gonna leave.
No.
I don't
Sorry.
need to
I'm
talk
sorry.
about them. I don't
I'm
need
sorry,
to talk
We
about
won't.
them.
No. We won't. We won't. I
It's
don't
just,
want to talk
it
about
was just a point of recognition for me because I heard the name Sancho, but I haven't actually seen him.
it. No, but one thing, I want to make clear: nobody's gonna bash nobody here. If you have a beef with somebody, go take it outside, not here.
Exactly.
There we go.
Thank
We,
you.
we
I
can
agree
say
with that.
cool things.
100%.
I like Tonic. I like a few of these people.
Sam Hill, what are you about?
I'm about truth, ma'am. What are you about?
No, I just imagine you sitting in your chair right now looking like your picture, you know,
Looking like
all
what?
high and mighty, like, oh,
Oh no, I'm just some dude, Barbie.
I'm just Sam Hill. I'm just a dude.
Well, I'm just a guy like most people up here, just trying to have a good time, and I got things to say, and I want to listen. I don't know much about you other than I think Mr. T and you were going at it, and I do like Mr. T a lot. You know,
Yeah,
like,
you
Keep up with
mentioned that
that.
last time Carlos had a stream. You mentioned that you like Mr. T, and you haven't yet really explained why you like him, except that he
No,
plays
I don't
country
like him.
music.
No, I don't like him.
and I don't know all this
He
stuff
doesn't like
because
me,
I
and I
only
don't like him.
follow a couple streams. Some people follow a lot.
I follow everything, Sam Hill.
Well, there you go, and you have your right to your opinion. You might be right,
I
but
I have a little channel. Like I have 60 subs on my channel. I haven't been like peddling my channel much, but that's because I don't want everybody,
uh-huh.
over there. I'm not like Whiskey OG. I'm not like Wog saying, "Oh no, nobody's good enough." I just like to have a channel that, like, my channel is about. Sometimes you feel like you want to say something, and
Right.
nobody's letting you. And so I have a channel where I let you get on. In fact, I encourage people to come up on my panel and talk. I don't have to agree with you. I don't. What's that?
So
I do,
you come from the drama community, correct?
Oh yeah, I'm totally
Okay.
drama. I don't do true crime because I have had um you know
Yeah.
trauma in my life with children and stuff, so I don't like to get involved with the true crime people too much. But when it comes to drama, I feel like I have an open mind. You know, I think people have a right to speak.
So no one gives you the opportunity to speak, correct?
No, no, I've been on lots of panels. I'm talking about there's a lot of people out there that, like, when I first came to YouTube, like years ago, I was afraid to say anything. I didn't know how to
Why?
talk to people. Well, because I'm an older person, so I didn't
Who
know if people would
cares?
appreciate that, that I was going
You're
to be
smarter than most of
smarter
us.
than them and all of those things. I was all of the above. I don't have any mental illnesses. I don't have an alcohol or drug problem. So I didn't feel like I really fit in anywhere. So I was a little shy. I mean, but I had all of the things. Like my husband tried to kill me, and two of my children
Oh,
died, and
Oh shit.
things have happened in my life. But I felt a little bit shy about talking about those things because I didn't know how it was going to be taken. People don't necessarily believe you, and yeah, I see if you use it to make money, of course they're not going to believe you. I never use my voice to try to make money. I'm here just to help people feel comfortable in their own skin.
Well, I really like that reason. I don't ask for money too, but if people do, I think they got it right if they're honest, because some people entertain. As long as you don't
Yeah,
put out
no,
a
I'm not
lie and
against.
make up stuff to get
I'm
money.
right. I'm
Otherwise,
not
I'm
against
fine with
people
it.
making money on YouTube. It's part of the program. I'm just saying that I've never used my tragedy
Right.
to make money. I can be
Well, I think
entertaining.
people
That's
need
a
to
better
hear your
reason.
stories.
There was this
People
one
need to
guy,
hear
Well,
vice
your
yeah, I
versa,
want to
who
stories.
tell
made
my
up having
story.
cancer.
It's
But
gonna
I
some
help
want to
bad
tell
some
my
people are out
people.
there.
story. I want to tell my
It's
story,
not.
but I also want people to be happy and have happiness in life also,
I get
not
that, but
just feel sad for
keep
somebody else.
telling your stories because it's gonna
I
help
will.
someone else.
I gave you
Everybody
goosebumps
probably
today.
has
That
their
was
own
like pretty
reason to come
cool.
on here, Everybody
Yeah.
has different
No, I
reasons.
loved you
Some come for
singing.
money.
Sam Hill, shush for a minute.
No, you're interrupting. You're the one who accused me. And if you really
Barbie,
listen, you
Barbie.
continue to interrupt, Barbie. You don't
Barbie,
tell
Barbie,
me. You don't
Please
dominate
sing
me.
more songs.
Quit telling me what to do, ma'am. I know, and I don't want to be negative, but you're
I was
accusing
trying to be
me, and yes, I
positive with
interrupt, but you
Dory,
do
and I
too.
don't
You
like
Barbie,
to.
you interrupted me on the other show. You're not going to do it here without me saying something. I don't want to be
Well, you
negative on Abe, but you did. You interrupted me twice, and that's what you do. So yes, I interrupt, but you sure do too. And you just interrupted her a number of times, Barbie. You're not going to
Sam
run me,
Hill,
lady.
Sam Hill, I
Yes,
interrupt a lot too, and
I
that's
do
one of my
too.
biggest problems. It's something that I do a lot, even in real life, and I need to learn not to do it as much. It doesn't mean that I'm a bad person, and
Not at
Barbie's not
all,
a bad
no.
person either.
Well, I don't know enough about her, but I was in school to be a therapist, and I remember the professor said, the hardest thing is not what you say. The hardest thing is listening. And
Yeah, that's
I have
true.
that problem too, It's hard to listen.
So, what happened to you going to school and being a therapist?
I went to Pepperdine University. I got divorced. I'm interested in psychology. I was teaching, but I wanted another profession. So I got my master's. I went into a free clinic and I did therapy under supervision. But Barbie, it's so hard because most people are depressed. And I said, I don't want to spend the rest of my life, even though I respect people who do, with depressed people. So I quit.
Well, I think you have the voice to be like someone of reason. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I think
Like
people
me,
would
like
listen
Dr.
to
Phil.
you. Yeah.
No,
You like Dr.
and it's
Phil?
fascinating. I got one in education, but psychology to me is so much more interesting.
Mm.
And but I didn't want to be with the rest of my life with some. I mean, the joke
I get
is
it.
that the one who don't need therapy is the best client. If you're attractive, don't have major problems, blah blah blah. But the people who really need a therapist tend to be very very hard to be with, because if you're around depressed people, it's hard to be around them. It's so sad, and yet they need help.
Have you ever crossed your psychology awareness with sociology?
No, I didn't. I wasn't really into sociology, but by its nature, you do deal with sociological issues. Do you have a background in that?
I mean, I took a few classes in college. It really impressed me.
Nice. Yeah, because it's about society. But one thing that I did take, and actually I was going to be a family therapist, is family systems, which would be included in sociology because you're talking about systems. So like a family therapist will not look at one individual. They'll look at the system of the family. And for instance, a lot of people who act out, let's say a kid acts out in school, actually he may be or she may be the healthiest person in the family because they're the IP, identified patient, and they're saying the family system is so dysfunctional they can't take it anymore and they act out. So it's important to look at the family system.
Well, it's
And that goes
important
to
to
group
look at all the
dynamics on air
factors.
too, because small groups act with basic principles. And I see it here in the small groups in the little universe of the internet. Like the strong leader, dictatorial, like the person who stand up and all these basic principles can be applied.
Well, I actually started with a psychology or going to
Nice.
college with a psychology degree,
Hmm.
but it just got too into depth of things, and that wasn't me. I knew it
What do you
maybe
mean?
after 2 years. Just because I wasn't that person who could, mentor people or tell them what to do or how to feel or how to act. But sociology really helped me, and I took
Well,
it
I want to
3-4
correct that.
classes.
I want to correct that because you're talking about telling people that's directive, and most therapies or orientations are not directive.
They
They're
are.
listening. They're trying to clarify for the client what their choices are. In my mind, it's irresponsible to tell the client decisions or how they feel. But most therapies aren't about that, I think.
Yeah, but you can't say in the very beginning of your studies that, you're looking at books, you're seeing different disorders, different
Right.
explanations, blah, blah, blah. So you get biased very
Yeah,
easily.
they say transference issues. So in my program, it was required that we had a group therapy because we have our own transference and we have to become aware of it so we don't contaminate the therapeutic process. So you're right. We all have our own stuff and we have to be alert to it so we don't negatively influence therapy. Good point.
Right, but in order to pass the classes, it was very transparent. It
I
wasn't
think it
real
depends
life.
on what program. Were you going for a BA or were you in a master's program?
No, I was just there for my BA.
Yeah, in a BA, you're not given the basics, and I don't think it really delves into the therapeutic process.
Well,
So,
I changed my mind after 2 years.
well, like I said, I changed mine after a master's in clinical application. So I kind of did the same thing you did. I didn't continue the process to become a therapist.
Hey,
Now,
what's up, Poon? Come up,
oh,
Poon.
is Poon here? Come on up,
Yeah.
man. Come on. Sam
Oh,
just
Lord.
farted. I didn't fart. Poon, come up, you little coward. Come on. This is a cool panel. I like being on with Barbie and Dory. I was on with her last time. So come on up, Poon.
I like Dory.
Hey, what's up,
Oh,
David?
how can you not? Right? What a great person.
I think, Carlos, you should give Dory this link to my channel.
A what?
Give her a link to my channel.
Sure.
I'd like to check out your channel
Sure, later
too
I will.
because I've heard so much about you. I want to form my
Samuel,
own
you don't
opinion
even
of
know
you.
my own channel?
No. I
Oh
don't
my
follow that many
gosh.
people. I really
And
don't.
you've already formed an opinion.
Well, we all form opinions. It's human nature. Like one guy, it's Jack Simp, and he formed his opinion against me after a couple months being with this woman he simped for. And I said to him, I know this woman for 4 years, so go talk to other people. But we all basically form opinions, but sometimes they're superficial. So to make a better opinion of you, Barbie, because I've heard things about you, to be fair, I should check out your channel, and you're interesting anyway. So is it Barbie channel? What's the name of it? Or can you put a link?
No, you can't really find it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
You can
Well,
ask.
If you type in Mrs. MRS space
Hey, hello,
cable,
Punky. What's
it'll
up?
come up.
Okay. Thanks. I got a channel too. It's called Sam Hill American. After I had a bigger channel, not big, 1,300 subs, and I lost the password. And I like building a new channel. So Poon, I started a new channel and I was talking to one person, one sub, and this Poon, I mean, you don't come up for the cloud of one person, but this Poon showed up. I really appreciate Poon in real
Poon
life.
shows up everywhere.
But he showed up with one sub to help me.
He's like a tick.
I even saw
He is
him
like a tick.
on.
It's like a fungus.
Do you, hey, Barbie, do you know Darling
Yeah.
Nikki?
Nikki who?
I
Do
think
you
I
know
know her.
Darling Nikki?
No, I don't.
Well, I know her.
She doesn't live stream very often, and she deletes all her lives. But she's a girl from Canada. She's
I think
pretty
she used
cool.
to be on Lemonade a lot, if I remember.
She used to be. That's kind
Yeah.
of where, I guess that's where she got all her subs from, just through going on Lemonade.
Uh-huh.
Lemonade?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she used to.
You
Her
don't
and
wanna know.
Neri.
Oh yeah, I know Neri. Neri seems like a really good lady.
Yeah, I liked
know
her
her.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Darling Nikki, she's one of my favorite people, but she doesn't come on very often at all. And she has like 5 daughters or something. So cute. She's a tiny little person, and I just Poon showed up on her channel one night. I was like, how did these guys find her?
Of course.
Like, because
Poon
she's so under the radar. But yeah,
Well,
they do.
that's
They
how he
find her.
built his channel. He went all over the place at first.
Yeah.
I found Boyd by accident.
Well, he started on my show,
What
Carlos.
did you say, Carlos?
I found Boyd by accident.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
What person? Poon? Carlos?
No. I found the Boyd community by accident back in late
okay.
2020. I found it by accident because I was because at that time Noodles came to our
Okay.
community over there asking for help because there was some people after him. And he
I
was
thought
talking
you
to
said
this
something totally different, Carlos.
what did I say? What?
I thought you said you found forced by abstinence.
No, I said I found the Boyd community by accident.
Okay.
I thought we were talking about Poon Handler, who's in the
Oh,
chat.
we don't want to talk about him.
Oh,
Ew.
you don't like him either?
No.
Okay. I
No,
like
she
him.
likes him. I've been I
He's
saw
my
I was
bud.
on a panel. I was in a panel with you Barb, one time a while back. Remember that?
I kind of like him, but
He
he's a
started
little-
on
he's a
my
little
channel
wiggly.
in my chat, and he came up, and within a month, Rev and I, he was screaming at Rev and I. Oh, he was screaming because he was accused of stalking women, and I tried to find out the truth of that. But
Oh, he
I've gotten to
does.
like
You
him. He's
didn't
gone
know
after
that?
me, but I think he's a decent man. And behind the scenes, I've dealt with Poon, and he's actually much nicer behind the scenes off air than he is on.
I actually think he's probably a pretty normal guy. I don't know why.
Well, no, he's not normal. He's not normal.
No, he is.
He
I
was a
think
meth
he
head
fell
for a
into.
long time.
That's pretty normal around these parts. I'm telling you, it's pretty.
You got a point.
Wait,
That's-
meth is normal?
It's very rampant. Okay?
Around you. Yeah, I get that. Some
I'm
areas.
not where I am right now, but it's pretty common almost everywhere. It's it is a problem,
Not
but
around me.
I'm just
Depending
saying
where
that,
you
like,
live.
no, in America. I live in America.
Well, I don't. In my neighborhood, I don't know any meth heads in my area.
Well, in my neighborhood, there's none either. I live in Princeton.
Is that
Okay.
Canada you're talking about?
Don't say
No.
where you live, honey.
This
This is
is
not
in
No,
right.
Barbie's
America.
right
I
on
live
that
in
one.
America.
You're right, Barbie.
You never heard of Princeton, New Jersey?
No, I know, but
I've been in
don't say
Princeton.
that.
Are you talking
Please
about the
don't.
Ivy League College, Princeton?
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been on that campus. You know, Princeton housed revolutionary British soldiers during the Revolution. Oh, you live in a beautiful area. Oh man, I've been there. Last year I was there.
I don't know how long I'm going to live here. I'm
You're
living with my daughter and son-in-law.
Princeton
And
is so cool. It's a little town. You go to the university. And
Can we
there's
stop
bookstores.
like doxing out where she lives? Because this is gonna be.
She
a
said it,
problem.
ma'am.
it's fine. It's
She
fine.
said it, ma'am.
I'm not afraid. I used to
It's
go
not-
on YouTube with my real name. Like that was my
Well, that
channel.
you definitely should not do.
It doesn't make any difference.
It
Well,
does,
there's a lot of
girl, it
creeps out
does.
there, so I would recommend.
Well,
you
I'm an
not.
old
Especially-
woman. People
Okay,
are not running after me.
Especially if you're speaking to someone like me, it's not going to be good for you. So can we please just keep that to yourself?
No, I agree with that advice. Don't give out your name or unless you live in a big town, I guess. Princeton,
Well,
that town is
Princeton
kind of
is not
small.
a big town.
Well, Well, you know, Poon gave his address and
He's a dummy.
Real name.
He gave his real name, Carlos.
yeah.
He's a
You
he's
know,
dumb.
like a lot of us, there's a lot of people that give their real name on YouTube. It's how important. Like, I don't have a job, so
Right.
they can't go after my job. I'm like 66 years old. What are you gonna do? Say I
Well,
don't
some
have
people are
any.
more vulnerable than others. You're right.
I'm not. You know, I'm not worried about CPS being
Hey, boss.
called or
You're
any of that stuff.
66? You sound like you're 30 something.
I'm 66.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah.
Dory, there was this guy Germanam, and they doxed his name, and they contacted
remember
his
him.
first wife, and they put up pictures of his kids. So even though individually you might not be at risk, but your family might be. With Rev, they put up pictures of his sister. They doxed his sisters. So
Right.
there's some really bad people out
Was
there.
that Sam? Was that German guy from Canada?
Are
you talking about
no,
Ing?
Germanam, he's from Canada.
Oh, Jimmy Jan. He
Oh, my
looks
God.
like
He was
he's
from
Asian.
Orange County, which he said, right? But they did dox his kids, which is, I don't like Germanam, but I don't like anyone doxing or bringing kids into it. So,
Right.
hey,
Hello.
hello.
How is everyone?
I'm doing fine, boss. But here, there's no drama bashing people here. Okay.
Okay, then I'll walk away because all I got for you right now is to fucking cuss
Yeah,
out this
that's all.
dumb
Well,
That's
now
all
I'm
that
dirtbag
she
really
hat
came
on
up
here.
here
boss.
for.
Boss.
Can't you mention the
all that she
name?
came
I'm
up
really
here
curious.
for,
Nobody can hear.
Carlos.
There's nothing like that. Okay. Go to.
Okay,
Mark
I'll
Terry,
walk
okay?
away from the the whore.
Come to my channel. We got drama. Come over there.
Wow.
Carlos is an
Wait,
exceptionally nice
Wait,
person.
who was that?
Sam
I
Hill
missed it.
American. Come over there and bash him ever.
Hey,
That
what's
Bash
up,
was
me.
Boss
Alexander?
510, and she was talking about me.
Oh,
She's a
well, that
piece
would have been. I like people coming up because they're going to say
You
things
know,
behind your back. So come say
Yes,
it to my face.
but my
You know?
channel is not like
she had the nerve to say today that I can't have children.
Well, I don't know about that. If anybody said that, it seems pretty bad if she did.
Hmm She
Who
doesn't know
was
about
that?
my
I missed. I
vagina.
couldn't read the name. What was your name? You see, boss?
Boss or something, right?
Boss.
No, there is a UC boss. That's a different.
Yeah, because I have
But
UC boss on my Instagram. She's a nice
Yeah,
lady.
But
Yeah, I know.
Carlos,
Oh,
they're going
no.
to say all this behind your back. So I'd rather, like they say this stupid stuff about me, and I'd rather have the opportunity to clarify it and then defend myself and let people judge. But that's your channel, and we need to respect what you want, man.
Yeah, you see here. We
Yeah.
don't have that. I did have an argument here right at the beginning of my streams with Joe Cool and a guy who came
I know
here
him.
and yeah, remember I told you about that guy who put that picture of the KKK on his avatar just to
Oh,
piss them off. It was some guy from his name is called True America. That was his avatar
I
name.
don't know him.
And he,
But,
nah,
but
I
it's a
don't know.
hate group, the KKK. They're disgusting.
Yeah, yeah. And this guy,
Can I say something real quick?
what?
How fucking dare you, bitch, to try to bring that to Carlos's channel?
Maybe she didn't know his philosophy, Barbie.
Oh
I'm
no,
not
she knows
defending
it.
her.
No,
She
no,
knows
no.
it.
Oh, okay. Well, you
No,
know,
no,
you're
she-
right. You know her, I don't. So you can speak on her. But generally, on my I do like they're gonna badmouth you. So see, we all have different philosophies. Carlos, you, mine is exposing the truth. And if someone's gonna talk on me, come on up and give me a chance to go at them with the truth.
No,
But
not on this
Carlos is a
channel.
peaceful guy. You know?
Yeah.
So you're right.
But how dare you, bitch?
But
Get a
see, now you're
fucking
talking
life.
on her.
I don't give a shit. She shouldn't have
Well,
done
you're
that
not
to
giving her the
Carlos.
right, and you're not
She knows
respecting
that.
Carlos. He don't
She
want
knows
you
that
to.
shit. She knows
Carlos
that
don't
shit.
want you to go after people, and yet here you are.
Barbie.
Right?
Okay.
Sorry, she's talking in the chat too, Sam.
I know,
Oh,
I know.
well, I didn't know that.
I
And
know.
Carlos, what's your philosophy? Should she be downing Barbie in
Well,
the chat? What do you
No,
want?
no. Look at Barbie. Look at. I'm just gonna say one
Okay,
thing.
then
You wanna
don't.
argue with her?
Then she should be modded out.
Go over to Mr. T over there and take a link in front of her like that, and he'll give you a link. You can argue
Yeah, you got to respect this guy because you're in his channel. So a lot of people like drama. I said you come on mine, but it's not really fair, you know, because uh, um, Carlos don't want you up, and Barbie can't defend herself. So it's kind of cheap going to chat to do it because Barbie's respecting or will Carlos, and yet you're going after her in chat, which is cheap. Go on another show and do it. See, I defend myself, and I get that Barbie should defend herself, and she can. But Carlos don't want it.
I mean, if you you have a beef with her, that's that's yours. But that
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
hello,
my
bless your
issue.
heart.
I'll take care
Oh,
of it
bless her
other
heart!
places.
Oh, she's so great. You have some great people in chat now. I'm a big fan of bless her heart.
Hey, how are you, bless your heart? Hey, he's
You're too
he's
good for Poon, but love is mystery. Love is a mystery. So I wish you well. Poon was on her way to be with his love, bless her heart. Did he get there okay? Or he was on my stream last night. He's headed in his truck to go be with her.
yeah,
Well,
he
Bless
is.
her heart.
it's not the place to handle it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Respect
You're talking
Carlos.
about boss now.
Yeah, she's still in the
Okay.
chat, dude. I'm reading her comments.
Well, Carlos, should she be gone or what?
Hey, what's up, Gary? Boss,
Because
No,
she's attacking Barbie apparently.
I
And you
don't
don't
want her
want that,
blocked.
right?
I don't want her
behave, okay?
blocked. All that I'm saying is just let it go, boss, for now. There's other
Right,
places
okay.
to do it.
You'll have it. You'll have another opportunity.
Let's see if she
but
listens,
not
Barbie.
here. Not here, okay?
She's
Not
like
here,
a pit
boss. You know,
bull.
I never had
You
a
gotta
beef
tell
with
her
you.
to
Just
listen.
Just
talk to her.
respect Carlos. I
talk-
like going after people if need be, but I kind of
Hey, what's
stop
up,
because
Kathy?
Carlos don't want it.
You know, I never had a beef with you, boss. Honestly, and here it's not the place, okay? You could do your stream. You can do it over there, or go to
There
Mission
you go.
It's over there. You know, they like to go that, but not here.
Well,
Not here.
Carlos is standing up. See, he's strong in his own quiet way.
Not here. No drama here, man. I have
You got Barbie, you got me.
What?
It's going to be a challenge.
Two Dories or what?
Carlos.
Wait a minute. Two Dories are here. Dory, are you here? Wait a minute. There's one Dory here. One
Dory was
and one
up a
Dory wants
minute
to come
ago.
up. Okay, no, wait a minute. Okay, I got it.
Bless her heart. You should
Okay,
come
am
up.
I think I'm here now.
You are.
Yeah,
I
because
just
that's not
lost
two of
my
them, I said.
screen. I know I lost my screen, so I had to come up again and then dump the old screen because I could hear it, but I couldn't see anything. So
Alexander is so interesting because Bless, in my opinion, is so much better than Poon, and yet they're in love. So what are you going to say?
Are you on your
Interesting.
phone, Dory?
yeah,
Okay,
I
so
just
next time that happens, when you go to your Internet Explorer, because that's where the stream is, correct? You should have more than one tab open. So you should be able to find the original stream. I just
I
learned
can't
that a few days ago.
I can't find, like, it shows I have one tab open now. Like it's got a one in a square box, right? And if
Yeah.
there's two,
Oh, bless her heart. 1 hour.
then I should be able to minimize the screen and see the two screens and exit out of one. But the problem was that I could hear it, but I couldn't find the screens, either one of them. So I had to like go back into StreamYard again and then dump the old me. To start
So
again.
true,
You'll
Alexander.
figure
Nobody
it
can
out
help
one
who they
day.
fall in love with.
I
Love
don't know
makes you
why
crazy or it makes you complete.
Yeah,
StreamYard's is weird, especially on your phone. You just gotta
Oh my
get used
God.
to it.
Carlos, did you hear that Poon is 1 hour away from Bless Her
Oh,
Heart?
1 hour away. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
He's driven 1,700 miles to be with her.
it's almost 2 o'clock here. Here is 1:59.
You
So
need
1
to
hour?
be off the internet when he shows up, right? Head for the
So
bedroom.
at
Wait, Poon is going to meet a nice woman?
Bless
Yes,
Her
hold on.
Heart is his girlfriend, and he drove
Oh.
1,700 miles through the night, to meet this woman he loves, and she loved him, and he's 1 hour away.
Damn.
For months and months, they've been up and down, and Poon did kind of dirty things, and she forgave him, and yet here they are, 1 hour away. Pretty cool. Both are good people, but bless her heart is better. Sorry.
Yeah, well, good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, he'll be there in about what? It's
Oh,
2 o'clock
she's
here?
got to be a saint to put up with him.
6 o'clock here, or 6
She
o'clock
is.
over there.
She's near a saint. Can you imagine
Oh, gosh.
being with Poon all the time? A
Oh,
man
my
or
God.
woman,
My
animal,
goodness.
whatever.
My God, he was cussing out when he was driving this morning. I was watching the screen,
Uh-huh.
cussing
What was he
at the
cussing out?
driver. At the driver, saying,
Dude, you know what he confessed to? Once Barbie, he beat up a man so bad the man's face was completely disfigured, probably for the rest of his life.
I mean, I could imagine that.
Yeah, right.
Wasn't that guy that he pushed from the car because he grabbed his loan?
And then another man. All this is on air. I don't dox. So he's with a friend. Barbie, do you know this story about kicking a man off the moving vehicle? So he's in his truck with this man. He's bisexual, and this man was attracted to Poon. So they're driving along in Poon's truck, I guess, 20, 30 miles an hour. And the man says he makes an inappropriate pass, but maybe he thought Poon is bisexual. I do. So they're driving along, and the man said, "Can I suck your dick?" Right? Now, most people, if they don't like it, says, "Shut the fuck up," or push the guy away or something. What Poon did was, here's the truck. They're together. They're driving 30 miles an hour. Barbie, he kicked him off the moving truck because he said that to him. I said, "Poon, yeah, you're heterosexual. You think you are. You're whatever. You could have killed the man." And he won't fess up that it was wrong. He still goes, You know that laugh when he makes fun of people?
Why is
Even
this
now,
wrong?
it's wrong. You could have killed the guy. You don't like it, push him away, but you don't kick him off a moving truck.
Yeah, wait, so Poon pushed some dude out of the truck because he's not gay?
He said on
Yeah.
air that it wasn't a dude, it was his friend. But I
was his
guess
friend.
he was bisexual. Poon thought he was heterosexual, but he made a pass, Barbie, right? And most people, I would think it's appropriate if you don't want it, push the guy away, say, "Oh, I'm not like that," or "fuck you." But he overdoes it. He kicked the man from a moving vehicle going 20 or 30 miles an hour. And the man, I guess, was okay, but he could have died. He could have hit his head the wrong way. And
Yeah.
Poon will still not fess up that it was the wrong thing to do.
Well, fuck you, Poon.
Well, he's my
Why
bud.
would you do that to anyone?
Well, best thing to do is to stop in the car and walk, man. Get out of the car and walk.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
right, Carlos? But I like more about Poon than I don't like, and that's true of most
Well, he's
relationships.
lucky the guy didn't die. Well, he was,
Yes, but he won't get it, Barbie. He still laughs. And even when that incident where he put he with a girlfriend, he got mad at her. She was on the phone with a man, and he put pepper on his dick. You know that story, Barbie?
What? Okay, I'm learning way too much about Poon right now.
He's
that's-
interesting. He's my bud, but
He
this
confessed.
is what he said. So the dame his girlfriend was talking to a man on the phone. So he said he wanted revenge. So he was having sex with her, but beforehand he took a pepper, an irritant, right? And he put it on his dick to punish her, and he penetrated her without
Oh,
consent. She didn't know
Lord.
about it, and he laughs about it now. I said, "Man, no, that was wrong what you did." You laugh. You know that laugh? He still argues with me about this stuff. To me, Barbie, it's so apparent you shouldn't have done it because it's an irritant. It's like, I don't want no irritant inside of me. And it's just wrong what he did, and he just won't fess up.
Well, that's like the equivalent of sticking like a needle in an ex-boyfriend's condom and
I
putting
kind of agree
Tabasco
with that,
sauce
yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, it's causing some kind of injury without consent. And again, his problem is unbalanced. Like being lawful, the law says, "Oh, there's my wife. I'll be right back."
okay. I thought it was my phone here because my phone sounds the same. Sounds about the same.
It sounds like a medical office telephone.
Yeah,
Did you make it okay?
yeah, like that. Huh?
Wait, let me write that down.
Oh, Evil Abe once came here, Barbie.
Is it in Anaheim?
What? Oh, jeez.
You
Oh,
know,
Barbie.
so the
Okay.
name of it is what? Okay. Right. I got it. Yeah. Have a good time. We love you. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, it's true. Bless your heart. It took long. It took. Those stories are happened long ago.
Man, the
But,
stories you hear, Barbie, what people do,
oh,
and
she left
Poon
the
is an
panel.
over the top kind of guy. You know?
She left the panel.
Oh, she did. I kind of
Yeah,
liked her. You know,
I don't know
kind of
why, but
started. She's kind of. I don't know. Does Evil Abe like her? I don't know, but
oh,
she can be charming.
You
What?
will actually. You better watch the stream where she's on. Oh my God, this is hilarious.
She's kind of good, huh? See, I
Shut
can
up,
change
Barbie.
my mind. By the way, you have a slime bucket in the chat.
Oh, I see them.
Who's the biggest slime bucket associated with me?
I see him. Rev. I
Who
see him.
porn bombed Wendy? Who porn bombed Waltz? And who porn bombed me? Slime bucket Rev.
All
You
right.
don't like you. Carlos
Second
don't
one.
like you, Rev. He won't have you up.
Oh, I don't like you because you cussed me out one night and I'm Prince County.
You're lucky he just cussed you. He could have porn bombed you, man.
No, you're not coming here, Rev. I'm sorry.
He's in your chat.
I see
Dummy.
him. I see him.
He's so stupid. You know,
I
he's
see
such a
him.
stupid.
Like,
Yeah. Because he got opportunity, Carlos. He's kind of privileged, right? We were talking about privilege, and I was. And Carlos grew up poor in Mexico. And that's interesting, too. But this man is so privileged, and yet shelter is provided. And he said he got a rich family. And then he takes government money because he will not work, Carlos. He refuses to work, which is fine, but don't take government money.
hello, smelly cat. How are you, smelly cat? Well, I came, where I came from.
Mexico, you said.
Guys, out in the tough neighborhood it was in.
Oh, yeah.
Guys like Lake Geno, Rev, and everything. Man, they would be getting their ass kicked every single day.
Absolutely. Oh, what do they call them? The keyboard warriors. But we know in real life that he's a
in real
skinny.
life, but there was a guy. Let me tell you a story about this guy. His name was Eduardo, but people used to call him the Perron, the big dog or something. And he was all because he was the son of one of the richest guys in the small town.
Whoa.
He thought he could be a bully. He could say anything he wanted.
Right.
He thought he could do all kinds of things. And this guy, I mean, he had balls. I mean, he would come to you up to you and say what a creep you were, well, like shit you, all of that, blah blah blah. And guess what happened? Every time out of those moments, he got beat up about like 60% of the time. Somebody punched him out. Some short guy had him on the ground, body slam. Hey, hello, Jesse Scott. Had him bottom scout. Had him body slam and everything. He was cussing out. And one time he came after me one day saying a whole bunch of stuff. You get out of here, man. What the fuck? You come here like that, calling me I don't know. He was calling a whole bunch of shit. But people would joke around and say, Yayo, he has had 20 fights and 20 fights lost by knockout.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my God. This guy was everybody hated him. Everybody hated their guts. Even his own flesh and blood couldn't stand him. Because the way he was.
If your own family, I mean, one or two of them, but if your whole family can't stand you, that's not good.
Yeah,
Man.
his own cousin, couldn't stand it.
But did you fight him when he said that to you?
No,
or what happened?
he was a no, he was a no. He was a pussy. That guy. He never fought.
Okay.
He always sort of like ran or something. The only time when he would use violence is when he had if he had like a stick or something or a pipe. He did it. Because one day he hit a cousin of his with a tire iron.
Wow.
And every time somebody mentioned his name, he couldn't stand him like that. He got so pissed off.
Oh, no wonder they didn't like him though. A tire iron? That's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
They were and recently, my friend who was hit by a tire iron, a week ago, he passed away.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
By the way, streams can change attitudes, and I didn't like Barbie for interrupting me, but I kind of liked her today. So my
No,
attitude
no.
changed. What do you mean?
Yeah,
She seemed kind of nice.
Oh, yeah.
Barbie.
No, you're not blocked here. No, Gary. No, you're not blocked here. No, Gary. I would. No, that's you're not blocked here, Gary. I don't know who blocked you, but you're not blocked here.
Do you have mods? I didn't even know you had mods, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm a
Maybe
mod
I'm a
for
mod.
Carlos.
Maybe
Yeah,
I am
you're a
too.
mod here.
I'm a mod. You're not a mod?
I guess I am.
What's
I don't
wrong
use
with you?
it's.
You could be a mod.
Yeah.
No, I probably am.
No, you're here. No, you're here. you're
Mr.
not blocked
T,
on it.
I'm going to defend, and that's a good thing. Defending is positive. Mr. T is no one's friend. I'm his bud. You like Mr. T, Carlos, don't you?
No.
I can't keep up. I'm sorry.
I don't like that, man. No.
I don't know all these.
I don't want to, I don't want to call him out or anything like that.
Someone in chat brought him up, but I'll defend him. But that's
No,
not the
yeah,
show.
actually, no, Sam. You bring him up every time I see you.
Not many people, Dory, supports my stream and makes an effort, and not many people have been cool. And all I can do is what I know. If I went around to more
Right.
streams, I might not. But I do. I like the guy.
If you like
smell the
Mr.
cat.
T, you like him. You're allowed
Yeah.
to like somebody.
Well, I gave you. I
I'm
gave
not-
you.
Thanks for
High
coming up.
smells.
I'm not.
You stink.
are you
no
guys?
offense.
El
Maybe it's
Stico.
good stink. A
What
little
you
bit of
doing?
stink on a woman. My primal kicks in.
No,
Yeah.
Sam. No. TMI.
No,
Stop
no,
it.
How
it's
come
good. It's a
everybody
good
assumes
thing.
it's a bad
It's a good
smell?
thing. It's real. Men are men.
Everybody
I mean,
assumes it's a negative smell. It could be
I
the smell of
didn't.
weed.
I
It
just
could be
said
the
a
smell
little
of
bit of
perfume.
smell. I remember I
see
became
you.
a
I
boyfriend to this
see.
girl on the track because of her little smell. I was really attracted. We ran the track together, and afterwards it got a little bit. No, the whole
Sam,
perfume
stop it.
industry is
I
built
like
on
you
No,
in an hour
Sam.
late, too.
TMI. 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 TMI.
What am I saying
TMI.
wrong? This woman comes up as smells.
Hey, look who
I
she's
like
here.
Okay. I want to change the word smell to
Hi,
pheromone.
Jesse.
Hello, no name.
Which is
Sounds
what
better.
it is.
I'm saying hi to
It's natural, but it's a balance.
Pheromones.
Hold on. I want to say hi to this lady.
I don't like the word natural.
Hello, no
The
name.
word
How are you?
natural is like saying that the earth was just born yesterday, okay? There's nothing natural about this earth we're living on
I never
anymore.
met a
You're
person
probably
who
not
had
a
a problem
you're
with
probably
that
not a
word.
fan of organic either.
I like organic.
Organic just means it's got bruises where they don't need to be.
No, it means it got no
It rots
pesticides,
quicker.
don't it?
All later, Gary, thanks for coming, dude.
I mean, I spent all
It's
that
a
money.
it's a
No,
fancy
don't
way
go
to
to
sell bruised
no.
fruit, Like, oh, what are we gonna do with this
I
fruit with
don't
all the
agree.
bruises? Let's just
No.
Don't get
let's
any
just
bad
mark it
ideas.
as organic and people will pay more for it, okay?
Okay, it might be, but it don't got pesticides, Dory. Or am I stupid?
Oh my goodness, you want to
That's
see
the-
that? We'll go in there. Okay, go in there.
Okay,
I don't eat
smell,
fruit.
smell.
Mr.
love
Samuel, I do not eat fruit. It's a carb. Fruit is carbohydrates. I don't eat those.
I thought it was
I
something
don't
else.
know.
didn't think
I
it was a
do the
carb.
low carb stuff.
I was gonna go
Then
out
I
and get a
dropped 100
watermelon. I
pounds
love
on keto in
watermelon.
like a year.
I really dislike watermelon, like truly.
How
and
can
I
you
don't-
dislike watermelon, Dory?
I like
Ever since I was
watermelon.
a
I love
little
to
kid.
freeze it and then blend it.
I don't like watermelon. I don't like chicken. I don't
You don't
like
like
pancakes.
You're a very
Oh, wow.
opinionated. Most people around the world love chicken.
Yeah, most people, but not me.
No, you're a very individual.
Hey,
person.
hello, Flying Monkey. How are you?
But
Oh.
I like
Oh,
mutton and I like
Mutton.
beef. I like lamb, beef,
I like lamb too.
fish.
Mutton.
I like fish a lot. I like seafood, and no, crawfish are not from the sea. They are mud bugs, and I don't eat those.
yeah, that never looked appealing.
Lobster live on the
Yeah.
bottom of the sea. I love lobster, man.
But to me, at least, I was. And
I
like
love
shrimp.
lobster too. I
Well,
like
lobster,
lobster,
yeah.
shrimp.
See, I didn't like
read this-
lobster at all, but I do enjoy shrimp. That's
I
like
know a
Oh,
lot
that's
about
shellfish.
lobster. I read an article, 50 pages on lobster, and in the beginning, it was only fed to poor people originally,
Right.
and then it
Same with
became
oysters.
right.
You're not getting my vape. No.
But it's
No,
a
you
bottom.
can't have
The lobster is like one of those bottom feeders that became a luxury. I love lobster, but originally, no wealthy person would eat that stuff, or even
But
middle
you know,
class.
pigs eat everything too. So, and wealthy people will eat a pig in a
Yeah,
heartbeat.
just like
So,
goats.
I thought like pigs are really smart and they're the most like human beings. Some of their organs, like when people have heart operations, sometimes they'll use pig valves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
yeah,
respect
the
pigs.
DNA is very similar. They have the similar
It's a fact that we
DNA.
use about 99% of our modern medicine as animal products in it.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
God, the meat industry is in bed with the pharmaceutical industry. I
Well,
mean,
that I would
gelatin
believe.
goes in it. Stearic acid is from sheep. There's about 4 different animals in one Tylenol.
Yeah.
I-
It
didn't
cracks
know
me up
anything
when
like
these
this.
vegans take their medication and they call themselves vegan, and then I'm like, are you aware that you're swallowing like animal byproduct day after day after day? And it's
What
not
do
a
they
little
s-
bit. It's a
What do
lot.
they say to that?
They say it's
I
okay because
say-
they need it. I'm
I-
like, dude,
I-
you
I
can't
say,
yeah.
I really enjoy a good gummy bear.
I love
Yeah,
gummy
exactly.
bears.
You know, so it's like,
Especially
sorry,
the
let me mute
THC.
now. Oh my God.
Well,
What's that?
what is that? That up there? It looks like
Poon,
the-
calm down. He just arrived at the house of his love. He's real excited.
I live like right next to a hospital. I'm so
hospital.
sorry.
Oh my
A busy
God, I get it.
street, a hospital, and
Wow.
yeah, sorry.
Wow.
But
But
anyway,
you
that
know,
was
the
my hot take.
vegans say
I piss people off left and right just with like stuff I know. I'm just talking.
no,
I'm just
I do
saying
that
for what it's
too.
worth.
What about plants? If you don't like meat, I kind of get it. But plants, they've done studies like plants, like things like classical music. You know, they play these music and they watch the
Right.
growth of plant. They don't. I don't think they like heavy metal, but they like Beethoven.
Right. They do respond
Really?
to that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they're
I
alive.
mean-
They're a life form. You know.
I just moved to this city that I'm living in now, and I have acquired 2 plants. One of them is an orchid. It's a little
Ooh.
tiny orchid that my grandson picked out for me.
Those are hard to grow.
My wife's trying to grow orchids, and you're right. They're very hard to grow.
So
don't think
they're
they're
I
doing
have
too
this
well.
orchid, and then so my daughter took me to a plant store, and I picked out, because I lived on the East Coast before, and this reminded me of when I lived in Ontario, in Ottawa. I picked out a little tiny African violet because they used to be the plant that everybody bought for their mother on Mother's Day
Ah.
on the
See, I
East
prefer
Coast.
giving something that's like in the soil that she can water and kind of have for a while because she's not real good. My mom, at least, is not really good with plants, but she's trying.
My
But you know
wife.
what I like? You know what I like about this African violet? It's like it's a little baby one. It's like a 2-inch pot, a tiny little pot.
Oh,
And
the little guy.
I take it to the kitchen to water it, and I turn the water on, and then I take that spray thing that you spray the sink out with.
Yeah.
And I spray my African violet with that thing.
It
I
works.
like douse it like it's in the shower.
Does it respond well to it?
Yeah, it gets
Oh.
really hard.
It's funny. I mean,
My wife wants to have a baby, and she even went off birth control. But as we talked about it last year, she took those instincts and she started growing. Like we have incredible bunch of flowers in front of our house because she started
nice.
planting all these. The lawn.
How
ain't
old is your
totally-
wife? How old is your
She's
wife?
in her 20s. She's in her 20s, mid 20s. But
So it sounds like she's
Has
trying to
she
kind
ever
of
had a
nest.
kid?
well, that's
Has
what
she
I'm
ever had a
talking about.
kid?
No. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's because of maternal instincts, this to grow,
Maybe.
and
You
it
know,
came in
I
this
was
form all of a
25.
sudden. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I was 25 when I had my first kid, and I grew lots of plants at the same time. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed growing plants.
Well, I have kids from my first marriage, and she was 19, my first wife, when she had her first child. But yeah, I mean, it had to have been. I think that all of a sudden she wants a kid, and she starts all these plants like you're talking about. The house is kind of
Yeah, like
strange now, my house, because the grass ain't too cool, but it's got tons of these like orchids you were talking about. She just tried to plant them.
To be
They're not doing
good.
too good.
Excuse me. You'd be good over there.
she planted them outside.
Yeah, she's not doing it inside, but we have a house, so she's backyard too. You know, I
Where do
think
you
probably
live?
well, I live in Southern California, north.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
well,
me
okay.
too. I didn't know you were in SoCal. What part? If you
Oh,
don't
no
mind, if
wonder.
you don't want to say,
Vent-
that's fine. Are you like
Ventura
more
County.
LA?
Ventura County.
I'm in LA County, but I'm 45 minutes up north the hill and in the desert.
Oh, in
Are
Yeah.
I
you?
lived in Hollywood when I was younger. Which
Wow,
was
I didn't know
LA,
you're that
really.
close. I thought you were like East Coast for some reason.
No, I
I'm
was
in the
born. I
I'm
was
in the
born in the
east.
South, but
Oh,
my
that's okay.
kids
Yeah,
my
you
kids are in Philly with my first wife, so I go there. And one time we went from Philly to Princeton. It was, I don't know, 2-3 hours,
I
and
went
that's
to
one.
Philly once. I went to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I
What do you
was there
think?
the week before 9/11.
Oh,
Yeah, I was. I
That's
flew from
tomorrow.
Seattle.
Tomorrow's the anniversary.
Right.
you know what? I didn't even think about that. Smell.
Yeah,
I
21 years.
flew from SeaTac to
Uh-huh.
that airport. What is it? I just landed in it 2 weeks
What
ago.
airport is it?
The one where you can see the trade centers, but you can't see them anymore because they're gone.
Is that LaGuardia? There's LaGuardia. There's Newark. There's
Newark.
Newark outside of
Yeah, it was
it's
Newark.
in Jersey, right?
I flew to Newark,
I've been in
and
that airport. Yeah.
I saw the trade towers from
Wow.
across the water there,
Uh-huh.
and then we drove to Philly and hung out in Philly for the day. Did all the sightseeing, the Liberty
Constitution
Bell and
Hall and Liberty Bell and all that.
yeah, the Constitution, the courthouse, everything, and then
The Liberty Bell is there.
I brought my children across the border on the 9th and enrolled them in school on the 10th in Seattle. And I
Wow.
drove back to Canada that day so I could pack up some more of their stuff. And I got a phone call in the morning about 9/11. I just saw it. I saw it on the
Wow.
news live. And then I had to cross the border.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was
Jeez.
interesting.
I
I
bet.
was like, how am I going to... My whole family is on the other side of the border. And I'm like, what?
You know, what
What am I
really
going to
fucking
do?
sucked on our side was like watching this unfold. And at that time, my mom had married, just married my stepdad who worked for Edwards Air Force Base, but he was on the part where it was NASA, Dryden.
Wow.
Yeah.
He worked on the simulators for them. And then apparently he could calculate, they brought him in to calculate a lot of stuff that would come down. You know what I mean? And that happened every now and then. Anyway, so they had to already show a few forms of ID to get on the base. And like right after that happened, I think he was really traumatized looking back in hindsight because they were literally like holding guns at this, like people like them that were every single person on the base
Yeah,
asking for like 4 different forms of identification.
they probably
And-
went on special alert. Those categories.
Yeah,
and his hands would just
I ended
shake.
up doing. What I ended up doing was I
Don't leave
went
my
through
hair.
the truck. I went
my
through the
God.
truck. I went through the truck crossing, where they take all the transport trucks
Uh-huh.
instead of the, because I was on the West Coast, Vancouver, going across to Blaine or Bellingham. So
I've heard
I
of
went through the-
Bellingham. Isn't that like an
Silly.
island or something?
no, Blaine is like an island.
Because
How you-
that movie 5 Easy Pieces with Nicholson, I think it was off one of those Washington.
Yeah, it was
islands.
probably Blaine. Blaine is like an
Uh-huh.
island, but it's not an island. It's
Please stop.
it's a peninsula, and you can't get to it from the United States. You have to
Right.
go through Canada,
Oh,
get
I
there.
love that.
but you can get to it on water. You know, it's not far by
Uh-huh.
sea.
You were talking
But
about
yeah.
9/11, so I heard some classrooms, some of the teachers were so stupid they brought in TVs and actually had the kids watch it.
Oh my
That's
god.
what happened.
No,
That's
really,
what
and the
happened to my
principals
kids.
had to tell them to do not
Oh
do
my
that.
god.
But they did that. A lot of school kids saw that.
Yeah, because they
Stupid
wanted to see
teachers.
it unfolding and they were glued, obviously, but they didn't fucking consider that these children
Probably
are very
some of
dumb.
them, just like
Yeah, my
when-
kids saw it in their classroom.
Wow,
My
I'm
kids,
isn't
my
that
sorry.
kids saw it.
terrible? But they weren't
Yeah.
supposed to. They didn't
But
show
then,
good
then they
judgment,
roll
right?
it back every year, like tomorrow, and it's on channel, and they literally roll the footage back, and all you can think of is
Yeah.
how you felt, and then you're watching this again, and it's year
Yeah.
after year after year. How
You don't
come we
want
don't have
kids
something to
watching it.
celebrate, like the people that helped and all of this other stuff, like
Well,
more
what a
instead
good
of
idea. I really like
watching
that
the
idea.
footage
Well,
over and
people,
over?
the people, the TVs want the ratings, so they're going to show the extreme.
You
Nice
know, if it
doesn't
bleeds, it
sell,
leads.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Nice, do them positive. Don't people watch generally for the more extreme negative? Just like on here, right? If you have
Exactly.
really nice people, most people don't want to watch it.
Yeah, but you see the
Carlos
numbers
would
shoot
have
up when it starts
thousands
getting
if it was
dramatic.
based on niceness.
I'm sorry that happened to your young one story.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, my daughter was 16, and my son was 12.
Oh man, this is so,
So,
heavy
yeah,
for me.
My daughter was like, "Mom, you wouldn't believe it. The teachers were all crying, and we're making us watch this."
Wow.
I had
Wow.
a story. I used to teach, and one old teacher told me that the spaceship Challenger was going on and had a teacher on board. So many teachers brought in the TV and
Oh,
watched
man.
as the Challenger.
I
as the
saw
one
that live too.
blew up. All
I
those
saw that
kids.
live because I was I just had a baby,
Uh-huh.
and I was up with him feeding him early in the morning, and I
Wow.
turned the TV on and I saw it live.
But imagine being a child in a classroom is more special because there was a teacher aboard. So
Right.
anyway,
I
I
was
got. I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. I was on the West Coast, so it was early in the morning,
In
very early
Washington.
Oh yeah. It was
Yeah, I
like
was
what,
in
like 5
Vancouver.
a.m. over here?
in Canada.
Oh,
It was like
Canada.
5 or 6 a.m. over here on the East Coast, right? I mean West Coast, sorry.
Yeah, it was really early in the morning.
Like
They
daybreak.
usually launch in the morning, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go, but so nice, Dory.
Okay,
so
Sam.
nice being on with
It was
you.
nice
again,
talking to
and
you, Sam.
Mel.
Nice talking.
Carlos, always, man.
Yeah, we'll be here next
Have a
time.
good day.
Thank you. Peace out, everybody.
All right, peace out, Sam. Thanks for coming, man.
And I've seen you in the chat, Dory, but I haven't ever properly introduced myself. But hello, you seem very cool.
Hi. I see Kathy in the chat. How are you doing,
Hi,
Kathy?
Kathy. Hi, Alexander. No name. No name.
There
Yes.
you go, there you go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I've been talking to you guys and I'm
Diego.
training on this.
I had there was a Diego in my school, in my high school. He was actually in 8th grade when I was in 10th.
This baby. You're being
Diego
silly.
Escobar. He was from Colombia.
You gotta go back in your terrarium. You gotta go back in. I saw you. No, you got back in. You're on fire today.
Thanks, Kathy. Have you seen any of my footage of Princeton? I should put the camera on so everyone can see where I am.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
that'd be cool, yeah. Yeah, because I noticed the buildings, last time we were here,
Please, I know. You're such a silly
Oh,
girl.
and I
You're
said, I
such a
was
silly
in college.
girl. Oh wow! Oh my God! Look
It's
at the
like a really
gorgeous
old
architecture
city.
and like buildings. That's back when they actually took pride in making a building and making it look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this building over here. I don't know if you can see
Oh my
it.
God! It's beautiful
But it's-
landscaping and just wow.
There's little
It is
this is the shopping district. This is where look
It's
at where
really
I am.
gorgeous.
Like right outside.
Oh
of
my
the
god, it's a
store.
nice spot. It's a
Okay.
nice spot. Are you got poo poo?
Hello,
Go over there
Kathy.
and poo poo.
Yeah, it's me.
Kathy's here.
Ew.
Hi. Hi.
Ew.
Hello, Kathy.
Hi. Hi, Carla. I just wanted
You're
to say
nasty.
welcome to the East
You're
Coast. Hi,
Oh,
smell,
thank
smell.
Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Dory.
Hi.
Yeah, I've been working from home, but I saw your stream with Samara last night, and I forgot to write something, underneath.
Right?
Hey, well, and Princeton looks beautiful. I'm north of.
It's really nice, but I don't know for how long I'm going to be able to stay here. It just depends on whether my son-in-law and daughter end up buying a place with me or without me or whatever.
Well,
I might have to leave.
Oh,
I might get run out of town.
I'm sure you'll be in the. I'm sure it'll work out. I'm sure it'll work.
I'm gonna go rent a room from Molly Golightly in Hershey.
Go, God.
What? Oh my God.
Doesn't
Oh
she
my
have an Airbnb or something? I'm gonna go squat on her premises and
Or exchange students. I don't know. I don't watch it.
well her I think it's an Airbnb. She has a home and an Airbnb in Hershey. And the Airbnb is supposedly run by Princess. And
Okay.
and it's in downtown Hershey where all the club night spots are, right? So I need to go there and I'm gonna room with Princess.
Okay. Oh, that's like another house. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna watch it. Yeah.
Princess can make sure I get fed something other than tamales, right?
Oh my god, I miss tamales so bad.
Oh, don't say it. It's like
Oh god, I miss
something like that, and I want Taco Bell. I'm like, oh,
tamales are grail. But I would imagine if you have them a lot, you probably get sick of them.
Well, I don't know.
I don't eat tamales. They have carbs.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't
Lots
do
of carbs.
Today's
I eat guacamole though.
I get one day, it's Saturday, and it feels like Christmas every Saturday.
What for carbs?
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of Christmases. That's pretty good. Right?
It just feels like, because I'm really tired of it. I lost a lot of weight on it, but now I'm trying to shift back to like eating normal.
What kind of diet were you on? Just low
I
carb?
did keto for like 2 years and I lost 100 pounds in like a year.
Wow.
Well, you should go like Mediterranean style food if you
I've
want
done
to
that
go
too.
normal.
I like that a lot. I've done like vegan keto. I did vegetarian keto. I've done moderate carb, like a more moderate carb now and high protein. Keep the carbs low. But
Maybe just do carnivore. It's a lot easier.
Dude, I did, but I'm not kidding you. After like day 2, I'm ready to just eat a bullet. I do that for like serious, like to get the water weight off, and I have like my own thing. I dropped a total of over 250 pounds in the last 10 years.
Well, you know how you really get the water weight off? You have to stay in bed and just lay there.
It cut out. I'm so sorry. Everything cut out. I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, no. To get rid of water weight, you have to stay in bed for like 3 days and don't get up.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's flimsy.
That's the only way to drain it off of your organs, and then they start functioning properly.
Yeah, I mean, it also helps with like what is that called again? Autophagy, and it kills off the bad cells and things like that. So if you have it in you to keep following the carnivore diet, there are a lot of benefits for that too. I mean, there's a lot of benefits for the vegan diet.
Right.
It's pretty much what you like. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right.
Well, keto.
But I do think that carnivore is supreme on weight loss. So I'll just leave it at that.
We've all tried. Now, are you still on keto? Were you able
I finally shifted away from keto and got comfortable in more of a moderate carb where I can eat more. Like I love cottage cheese and I really love yogurt.
Yeah,
I love cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's my favorite thing.
I have this recipe where I combine the two together and I put it in a blender and it makes this nice fluffy whip that's nice and filling. and
Yeah,
I'll put like like stevia in it to sweeten it up. And
Yeah. I like
those drink mixes actually that are powder, like
Yeah.
you see the Weilers, or I don't like really Crystal Light, but I like the Weilers, and I'll take like cherry or raspberry, and I'll put a little bit in like the unflavored plain Greek yogurt,
I love Greek yogurt. You can make
and it literally makes a knockoff of like the light Yoplait,
yeah.
and it tastes better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I like pudding. I like chocolate pudding, butterscotch pudding.
Sometimes I'll put a tablespoon of like vanilla pudding into that, and it makes it super thick like a mousse.
Oh yeah. That
It's
sounds
so good, and it's really low cal. It's still like low sugar, but it's not keto. You know what I mean?
Right. I understand. Yeah.
I'll get like
Yeah.
the keto breads
If
and
all
all.
if you're,
that.
go- if you're
apply,
gonna
like,
go
the
off
keto
keto, stay away from sugar because sugar is the killer, really.
It is evil. I have lupus too, so like, it's a
But
driver.
what I
for
found, like with going off keto, there's like 3 starches that are considered resistant starches. One of them is potatoes, and
Mhm.
you're supposed to eat them cold after they've cooled down. So like
Right.
potato salad, right?
If there's
and
a potato
rice.
bit.
Cold rice. So sushi is fine. Sushi with raw salmon and seaweed is fine. And then the other thing is green bananas, and I love my bananas green.
Oh,
So
I
those
mean,
are the 3 starches that you should be able to eat without like a problem, because calling it resistant starch means that your intestines don't actually digest the starch. It doesn't pass through your system.
right.
So yeah, sushi. What was the other one?
Yeah, I just
Potato salad
potato salad
and green bananas.
yeah, and if you do,
Right.
I mean, I don't like fish, but I like to have
Oh.
vegetarian sushi, which is cucumbers and carrots. I just had it for lunch. It was, with rice.
That's what my grandson eats, carrot
I love
sushi.
it.
I'm like, you're awful. You're terrible. I
Oh,
said, how can you eat this?
it's
Boring
I'm not a
sushi.
sushi fan.
I mean, you have the soy sauce and like the wasabi. But yeah, oh no, it's delicious. But sometimes you can get it just with, depends on where you go, like the supermarket and stuff. You get, avocado. But it's just, I'm not a fish.
Yeah, he won't eat the avocado. I
Oh.
will. I like avocado, but
I love avocado. Oh my god, I love avocado.
Avocado and the cucumbers are crunchy. Yeah, it's,
but he buys my daughter. My daughter buys those squares of not wasabi, the seaweed.
Oh, does she make it? Wow. Oh.
No, she buys these
Okay.
squares, and they're like teriyaki flavored.
Oh, nice.
And he takes those to school with rice,
Okay.
and he
like
he
teriyaki.
makes his own. He makes his own little sushi at it's preschool.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
4.
Yes.
He makes it's a very bougie school he goes to.
That is.
I'm serious. He goes to preschool in Princeton. Come on.
Nice.
I was gonna say I know other places where you wouldn't want to bring that lunch.
They are so bougie. I'm not kidding. It's so funny. It's cracking me up. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut in the public.
Enjoy
You
it.
guys are fun. Yeah. Oh, that's not kid appropriate. What? I'm watching a reality show. Shut up.
Eat a buggy. Eat a buggy.
Is that a cat? For you?
Huh?
Is that your cat?
That's my mantis.
Oh, Mantis?
So now I want to go to New York with you, Kathy, because I met this lady at the splash park with my daughter. Like, this is a friend of my daughter, and she was there with her mother, who's a couple years older than me, and she's a twin, and she lives in Princeton, and her daughter lives in New York City,
Oh,
and her husband is a stand-up comic in New York City.
oh my
You can believe
goodness.
it.
Oh, my God.
And I want to go and meet him. I want to do stand-up comic in New York.
Oh, that's
You want to
cool.
go? I've never. It's funny. I've never been to a comedy club in New York, in Manhattan. You want to go to?
Those are the hilarious people.
I do. And I want to bring her mother from Princeton. I don't know if she has a car or not, but I'm going to get her phone number and I'm going to call her and say, do you have a car? Because we need to go and pick up your son-in-law and do the comedy club strip. And
Right. Yeah, hey, that sounds like
Yeah.
fun. You'll get to see. You'll get to,
I don't know. I'm kind of scary. I do stuff
You're
other
kinda
people are afraid to do. I do things other people are
Yeah, I'm
afraid
kind
to
of
do.
scary.
But Jordan, you want to go in and go to
Yeah.
do an act?
Yeah, I do.
Well, a lot of these clubs have like open mic nights on like a Monday or Tuesday, don't they?
Yeah, I
I
guess so.
Scary.
So I walked into this bar. There was a band playing outside in the park here, just a couple blocks away from where I'm sitting right now, or just a block away actually. They had some kind of like free concert going on, and it was like a terrible rock band from 80s,
Right.
kind of music. So I walked into the bar and I ordered some wine because I sold my house and I got the money on Friday. So I now have a little money to spend, right? So
Yeah.
I'm in there and I walk in and there's a guy at one end and there's a guy at the other end of the bar and they're talking to each other, like they're shouting at each other from right. And I walked into the middle and I said, "Do I detect an accent?" And the guy looks at me and he goes, "I'm from New York." And the other guy goes, and that guy, I caught it in a minute. He's from Boston, right? And I said, "Well, I'm Canadian." So who has the accent now, right?
Right.
But I'm like, I want to go to New York now. And like,
Well, there's
guys in New York are very handsome, I noticed.
there's a lot of people in. When you say New York, you're talking about Manhattan, right?
Yeah, he lives like in between Brooklyn and some other place, and he
There's
sells
Queen, Staten Island,
he
or
he
Manhattan.
sells insurance to like old age homes and
Oh,
things like. He's an insurance salesman, but yeah, he lives between Brooklyn and something not Manhattan. What's on the
Staten
other side
Island.
of Brooklyn? What's on the other side of Brooklyn?
Well, Queens is north, and Staten Island is south of Manhattan. Another.
Yeah, it's probably Staten Island. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know all the
Oh,
boroughs.
Oh, we're gonna have to teach you about New York, but yeah, I mean, but Manhattan's fun. I mean, it depends on where you want to go, but yeah, it's.
I had a friend from Manhattan, and her cousin was married to Henry Hill.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh,
Remember
the
that
guy
story
from
I told you?
Goodfellas. Yeah.
Goodfellas, right? Right. So she said Manhattan was great. She grew up there.
Yeah, I mean, it could be expensive, and it depends. Yeah, I mean, it's prohibitive to live there, but and if you like historical things or just bars, restaurants.
I like everything. I like food. I like history.
Yeah,
I
any
like
kind of food.
bars.
I mean,
I like men. I like everything.
well,
sports.
there's up market, down market, middle market.
Right?
It's wherever in any kind of food you want in the world, there's a restaurant for.
Right. But you know what I really want, because I haven't had it since I lived in Ontario, which I left there when I was like, I think I was like 19 or 20, is chopped liver, like on rye.
Oh, you can
I've
get that.
never had that.
You can
I
get that in
haven't
the local store. You should be able to get that in the local supermarket.
I haven't
Chopped
been to a
liver
supermarket.
on rye?
My daughter shops at Trader Joe's. I
Okay.
don't. There's nothing in there that I like.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, well, there's a lot of crap in there too. Like you can find a lot of crap at Trader Joe's.
No, I like traditional food.
I've never been in one. There has to be a supermarket somewhere, and around this, you can get chopped liver, and you may have a kosher place, a deli or something near you.
Maybe. Like,
Yeah,
it's weird because all of my daughter's friends are Jewish,
right.
but
I'm half Jewish.
they said they've been saying that Princeton does not have a lot of Jewish people. Princeton didn't actually allow Jews at their college to
No.
back in the old days, right? So it was like
Right.
an anti-Semitic school.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
But now
yeah,
everyone she knows is Jewish, and
yeah, back then it was like,
well, I went to school that was like some of the schools in Manhattan, Fordham and Manhattan. They were built by the Irish because they weren't allowed. They were, years ago, 100 years ago, what couldn't get
right.
in. They weren't accepted into Princeton, Yale, and everything else. So they built their own colleges. So a lot of different groups weren't accepted. But you'll find chopped liver. You find all the kosher food.
They say that kind of meat is really good in nutrients and things that people are lacking.
Right.
Yeah, liver is really good for you.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
So, I mean,
But I couldn't get any of my kids to like it. I mean, they like pate.
That's because
Like,
it's named liver.
Oh,
Like
chopped liver? Oh, that's the only way I'll eat it. Chopped liver with some onions on it and crack. Oh, yeah.
But-
I mean,
it smells really good when it's cooking.
yeah.
they like the pate. You know,
the
like
pate.
liver pate.
That's the only way I'll eat it. My father used to like the liver, and my mother years ago, she would make it for him every once in a while because everybody else would like run out of the house. Like, no.
Yeah, like I like it like the way they cook it, like almost like fried chicken, right?
Yeah,
And then they put gravy on it. I love that.
really no.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
do.
try it. Why not?
I can't even. I don't like the smell, but I'm picky. I don't. There's a lot of fish I don't like because the scent.
Oh my God, my relatives used to put gefilte fish on a cracker, and I was young. Like when you're young, when you're little, it's
Yeah.
good. But then when
Oh,
you
yeah.
become an adult, you're like, "Bleh."
I know. But I love like lox and oh my god.
We never had lox.
Yeah,
though. Like I came from
bagels.
really reformed stock. My great grandfather, it stopped when he passed, and I was 9. And then sadly, we moved up to a place that was like really redneck. And at
Right.
fucking 9, I'm being drug out to a football field by 3 boys that were literally like 3 years, maybe 4 years older than me. And they were kind of beating me and making me eat the dirt and calling me that word that they call Jews. That's
Oh my God.
derogatory.
Oh
And I
my
came
God.
home all mad, and I was like,
Well, I
To
don't
my-
even know what that word is because I'm Canadian,
That's hard.
and like I knew some Jewish kids when I was like a teenager, and some of the guys liked me, and I wanted to date them, but they were like, "No, you're what was I?" I was like that. What was that other word that is used for
is it a
white
shiksa?
girl? Shiksa. Yeah, I was a shiksa. No, I can't date you. You're shiksa.
Oh my God,
What does
whoa!
that mean? What does that mean? And they said, it means my mother will hate you.
Yeah, well, I'm from Long Island. If you can't
Oh,
tell,
Lord.
I mean, it's funny. That was, I mean, it's very integrated, and and I mean, half my swear words are Yiddish.
Right?
Shiksa! Oh my God, whoa! What is this, Michigan?
Exactly. I love Yiddish. I mean, I don't know any of it, but it sounds.
I know
like
a little, just a
people.
little.
Yeah, I mean, people are like, well, what does that mean? I said, just listen to it. It's how it's said. It's like you can tell the meaning by the.
It's like, it's
first
kind of
one.
like
It's like,
Polish, Ukrainian,
Yeah,
Um,
it's
and
weird.
Israeli.
and
You know?
My
mixed
mother just
together.
taught me a new one, and she said fashimmel, and I'm like, "What's fashimmel?" She's like, "Like when you're hot, you're just like, ugh," and it's all fashimmel.
people have to say it, and you know what kind of what it means. So, I have a lot of
Now I
neighbors,
know that one.
and
When
and
she
I-
get pissed at me, she'd be like, "What is this, Michigan?"
And so, like, I remember once I was working. I was living in Florida for a little bit, and I was working. And I go, "Oh yeah, you just did a mitzvah," and my boss, who was Jewish, turned around. She goes, "How do you know that word?"
Right.
A mitzvah is a good deed, and I'm like, "I'm from Long Island," and she's like, because she was Jewish, and she was like, "Nobody knows anything like that down here," and I'm like, "Yeah,
Right.
well, it's like every day on Long Island." Yeah.
Over here on the West Coast, Hollywood has a good amount of Jewish community. So,
Oh, so you-
that's
so
kind of
you're-
like where we were from, North Hollywood, West Hollywood, and then my family in '87 moved away.
Oh,
from-
really? My
okay.
cousins grew up, they went to Hollywood High. They
That's
grew up
what-
in North Hollywood.
I believe that's exactly. No, actually, I believe she went to Hollywood and then for a time went to Fairfax. And I know
But my cousins are probably older than her. They're older
She's
than me,
71.
so.
And I know this
Oh,
was
they
the
probably went to school together then.
maybe because she also went to school with David Cassidy. And before he got on the Partridge Family, she dated him for a short time and said, quote, he was the biggest asshole I ever met. And yeah. So it was like literally.
There's that other guy. Who's that other guy that was in the Cowsills? Billy Cowsill. He moved to Vancouver, and he became a heroin addict. And he's got like all these like old groupies that hang out with him, these girls that love him. But he married a Canadian girl. Oh my gosh, there's a guy taking his clothes off in front of me.
What?
What the fuck?
I'm not. Do you want me to? He's taking a pee on the hedge. I
Oh
should
my God.
turn my camera on.
Welcome to New
It's
Jersey.
Princeton, for fuck's sake. It's not East LA. What are we
Did you see
doing?
him?
I'm just saying, what's you're not down in the Bowery. Oh my God.
Do you see her?
Yeah, welcome. Well, welcome to New Jersey.
Oh my god! Oh my god, dude!
You see
What
the little
is your
dribble of
deal?
pee on the bottom?
You can't walk
Yeah.
into any of these establishments and use a bathroom on the first floor.
I mean, right, exactly. Oh my God, that like if I was one of those stalkers.
That's nice.
Can you
Yeah.
believe that happened while I'm
We
talking?
need to
you
clip that and
guys?
put that on a public shaming site.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just
Welcome to New
I just
Jersey.
porn bombed you, Carlos.
Oh my God, you can see that. That was perfect. That was like a perfect angle.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. You knew what he was doing though, but priceless. Beautiful.
It's just- I was like, I couldn't believe my eyes. What's going on here?
That was great.
Oh goodness.
Only in America.
Crazy.
Exactly.
You're all crazy. I would. He's got to be on something, man. Because how do you just whip it out in Princeton like?
I know,
Yeah.
right?
You would
They're
think
so bougie here.
that's it.
Right.
You would think, that.
I'm so happy the fucking heat went away, man. We had like felt like weeks of just intense heat that was like trying to kill you.
Oh God, you're still on the West Coast. Smell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm in the desert too, so we were seeing
yeah,
temperatures of
yeah.
like 111.
Oh my goodness. My sister
Yeah.
lived in Burbank and for years. She worked for and
I lived in Glendale.
so,
Glendale's nice. Glendale's still nice.
I
and
lived
Hi,
on
Bunky.
Chevy Chase Drive. You ever hear of it?
what was
Yes, I have. I've been around it a few times though.
There's a street up at the top called St. Elizabeth Road, right before the monastery there. That's where my parents lived when my dad worked at the Canadian consulate in
okay.
downtown LA. Yeah.
Yes. I kind of miss LA. The fun stuff's there where I live. There's like nothing. There's shops, there's fast food, but there's really no entertainment. And they kind
Where
of back.
in Burbank? Are you talking about
I'm
Burbank?
not here. I'm in the desert. I'm 45 minutes north from LA.
Oh,
I'm in the
okay.
Antelope Valley. So we get really hot, we get really cold, and we have
Oh, yeah.
literally a panel of older gentlemen that they call the forefathers, and apparently they don't like to have even like a titty bar up here, like anything. There's like nothing. There's a movie theater. It's like a one pony town in terms of entertainment. Everyone goes to LA and goes down below for that. And no wonder when there's nothing to do up here that we have a higher rate of crime and we have a higher rate of child abuse than versus LA.
Really?
Because and they also cook a lot of meth in the desert, so that's a fact that the conditions.
There was a whole town in California that cooked meth, and everyone was in on it, including the police department, the mayor, everyone. They
Mhm.
literally took the FBI to bust this town. This was back in the early 80s. This whole town in California. Everybody, including the mayor.
I gotta ask Punky if you can hear me. If you know any way to get a hold of Molasses, can you ask her why I was maybe or anyone can ask her why Smelly Cat was blocked when I was just trying to I'm so curious because I'm like, what the fuck did I do here? I really used to follow her. I really used to be in her music. I felt horrible about the stuff she's going through for like real. And I remember trying to leave like a nice comment for her and a hug. And then when I went to her chat, I was blocked. I'm like, what did I do? I know she's a moderator that really doesn't like me, but I was like, if she don't like me, that's cool. But if she's not aware,
Was it one of her mods?
Because I am over here feeling like, whoa, and it hurts because I was only trying to like show support. When Nix picked on her one time about her face, I actually left a comment on one of his things saying, okay, fair enough. Your face looks like the most autoerotic asphyxiation I've ever seen in my life. Like, I went in. Like, don't mess with people's looks. You know, I'm just saying. I liked her and I know what I did.
Oh, she'll be on her panel tonight.
If anyone.
Smell. I can't say it smells. Are you smelly cat too?
I'm a smelly cat.
What?
I'm smelly cat.
Oh, you are. Okay. Hi. Yeah, I've seen.
I just always like switch it up with my name on the string words.
Okay. All right. Because that makes smells. I was like, that's. Yeah, I've never seen.
I'm like, it's weird. I'm either well received or people hate me. So I'm like, and then I hear, oh, well, you're like the biggest troll ever. I'm like, well, I'm capable of it, but I assure you, I'm not doing it. I don't know when I'm trolling.
Everybody on YouTube's a troll. Come on.
But oh my god, I know people like talk and stuff, but I honestly only really wanted the best for that girl, and I still do.
Yeah. Well,
Just saying.
maybe it was just. A
I'm
mistake.
gonna start walking, so I'm gonna turn my camera
Well,
on.
anyway. I think I left
I'm
a
gonna turn
comment.
my camera
regarding-
on so people
Sorry.
can see where I am. Like I'm on my way home. I'm gonna walk home.
It's
Yeah,
so
no,
pretty. I'm so jelly. Look at this. And then that guy is
Yeah, you're in the desert. Yeah.
You look at the
I'm
bus.
gonna be right back. Okay?
Luckily,
There's
we're
the bus to New York. I can get on there right now. Look at it.
Well, you know, New York
I'm
is a
gonna be
big
right back
city.
in a minute. Okay.
Should I get on that bus?
I'll be back in a minute.
No.
Okay.
Get on a bus. Get on it.
Okay, cool.
Get on that bus.
Get on it and spend Saturday night in New
Yeah,
York
well,
City.
you know, it doesn't say New York City or does it say New York? You're gonna end up in a lot of
It
places.
says Port Authority, New York.
Oh, that's
Where's it go?
Then that'll take you to Midtown.
Right on. I'm not afraid.
Kids are fun. I'm sorry, Punky. I'll see you later. Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah, okay, Bucky. Hey, I'll be right back. Okay. When I
Okay,
meet,
cool.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
We'll enjoy the scenery.
If I drop off, I should come back. Look
Okay.
at the little art store here.
It's
Can't
pretty.
see it. Oh
That's
wow.
a nice down. What was
The
that like?
architecture is
Downtown?
really beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks like Harry Potter, like kind of.
You're right. It does. It does. Yeah,
It does.
for
That's
magic.
like
Alley.
looking.
I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. But it does. It's very pretty. That's the kind of downtown you want.
It's pretty. It reminds me of, like I said, Potterland. I had a landlord that actually did the architecture and worked on the Harry Potter theme park. And when I lived there with my fiance at the time, we spent about 4 years there watching him do the blueprints and the whole. So we literally had the behind the scenes look at how that was built, and it was really cool.
Oh, that's cool. What in university?
He was from Canada, and he looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like when Arnold was like, if you imagine bald, and he kind of talked like him. When he had the thick accent and everything. And oh my god, I have a story for you sometime, Carlos, when you have the scary stories again, because
Well,
this
he's
guy
right
was a
back.
full-on Scientologist. Holy shit! I
Oh.
forgot he's on me right back.
Yeah.
I have some stories about Scientologists coming to the door and all this stuff. Like he was full-on brainwashed by these people. It was frightening.
Yeah. You
We
don't
had
see
people
that
come
here.
from the celebrity center looking for him one time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
came to our door trying to be all intimidating. They were asking, where is so and so? And I looked at him and I said, he's out. And he like wouldn't back off. He said, so like, what time does he come? I said, how about this, bro? If you don't get off my property and stop asking me some fucking questions, I'm just going to call the cops and tell them a creepy man is in my front yard and I'm fearing for my life. So they both walked away and got in the car and they were shooting me dirty looks the whole time they were leaving.
Yeah. I've seen.
I don't
Yeah.
deal with that. You don't fucking intimidate me. You don't come around. Don't
Well,
fuck
they-
with me.
Did this guy like leave? They
Left. They would try to come out to like apparently audit him, and then oh my god, he
Yeah.
kept saying over and over that he wanted to leave it,
They don't.
And-
Yeah. I've seen documentaries and stuff.
right? And he wanted to
they-
leave, and every time he did this, every time he said, "I'm done with it," and my ex and I would look at each other, and and go, okay. And he'd come back like 2 weeks later and he looked like a Stepford wife. I'm not even kidding. He had like a vacant look in his eyes. He seemed very mechanical and programmed. It was creepy shit. So we'd ask him, like, did you throw him away or something? He's like, oh, no, I think we're okay. And, you know, it was really weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they don't have, it's really not, you face it more in California.
You ever see the Leah Remini stuff?
Yeah, that's what I was going to
It's
say.
exactly. It was kind of like exactly like that. I mean, she is not fucking lying. That hers was on a larger scale, of course, because he was an actor for Investigation ID. He did some work, and he always had like signature characters.
Yeah, and they say they like to get people in the industry.
And it wasn't like he had steady stuff. So he was like a low grade actor trying to make it. And the shit they did to him even then, and he was just like small potatoes.
Right.
So it is. And I mean, if anyone looked back on Hubbard, was it L. Ron Hubbard? Right?
L. Ron Hubbard,
right?
yeah. Was the one
Yeah, his son, who everyone thought was a crackpot. And sadly, the only people willing to hear the son's story about his father was Hustler magazine. So it was frowned upon. But if you ever read that article that's all over the internet, he goes into great detail about what his father did. Like, he hated his father, and he went, he's the one that L. Ron Hubbard Jr. said, sorry to hate to break the news to you, but Scientology's core belief is black magic.
Oh, wow.
That's what he said, and I believe it, because the house we lived in with that Scientologist was wrong. Things happened that were frightening.
Really? I didn't even know he had L. Ron Hubbard had a son. I mean,
L. Ron Hubbard was schizophrenic. You know that, right?
What was that?
L. Ron Hubbard was a schizophrenic.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had my son that passed away. He had schizoaffective disorder, and they do think about these, and they do believe what they say. You know, like he may have realized it was fiction, but he believed it was true.
Oh, okay.
If you know what I mean, like he wasn't trying to fool anyone. He really believed it was real. He believed he was helping people. Like my son, he used to punch me in the arm like 20 times a day until my arm was black and blue because he thought it would help my brain. You know, he was schizophrenic. Yeah, schizophrenics do really odd things that people think, wow, who would believe this? But they're so invested.
Yeah,
they believe it so much that they feel they have to share it with people.
Yeah.
They think they're saving people.
And they just kind of lock onto it.
Wow.
They really believe they're saving people and that it's their duty.
Yeah.
You know.
And some of them do a little creepier things. I had an ex that had schizophrenic disorder, and he would do meth, apparently. And then when I ended it abruptly, I'm not kidding you when I tell you, I had about 5 years where he was getting on every account of mine and would not leave me alone. And he would say like the trashiest shit. And it got to the point where I had to get a hold of his mom. And I issued her one final warning. I said, if you don't get a hold of this somehow, we are taking this to court. Do you understand me? Because like apparently she was the only one he would listen to or reason with.
Right.
And then I never heard from him again. Thankfully, I think she was getting the picture because it was like 5 fucking years, and every time he'd pop up, and I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, that's by 5 years.
That was hard, you know. And then he would say things like, "You know,
so I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't allowed to sleep. I had to be awake for hours and hours and hours, like days, sometimes at a time. I'd fall asleep, like at my desk, and he'd wake me up. What are you doing? You can sleep when you die, you know. Say things like this, you know, like you don't need to sleep right now. We have things we have to get done. You know,
it was difficult.
So they don't understand why I have the PTSD that I have.
Oh, I bet.
Right.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
but they don't need to know all this stuff either. They don't.
Right.
They really don't.
Medication helps, you know, but a lot of them are unwilling to take the medication that helps.
They don't want to take it because it makes them feel like a normal person.
Right. I was just
that's not very interesting to someone with schizophrenia is really not interested in having normal brain patterns. It doesn't work.
It's
for
really
them.
sad
It's
because
boring.
a lot of them, like 9/10 of them, have like a streak of brilliance in them
Yes. Yeah.
that people don't see.
They have high IQ. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
normal
extremely high IQ.
with
Yeah.
schizophrenia. to have
It's
high
just think of it as like a plug that's plugged into the wrong, like,
Yeah.
source.
the neurons are yeah.
And it's sad because, like, if people have chronic pain flare-ups, people understand, but if people have flare-ups with mental stuff, it's still kind of taboo.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
And
And
so
then,
I take a look at that and I consider it. And I know people on here, like certain people, they have disabilities mentally. But at the end of the day, you have to remember there's good people and nice people that have disabilities, and then there's still people that have those kind of disabilities and they're assholes. It just happens.
absolutely. Absolutely.
People want to think all people with mental disabilities are all sweet and oh my god, and it's like no,
No, that's not true.
Right.
But
And
I'll tell you, my son used to. He would tell me, here, take. He would give me like his antipsychotics, and say, here, take this, Mom, and see how it makes you feel. And I'd say, okay, I feel exactly the same as I did before I took them, so therefore they're making you feel the same way I feel on a regular basis, and that doesn't feel good to you. It's boring. It makes you feel anxious. It makes you feel like you don't know what to do. It's, you don't know what to do with your time.
Okay.
It's a difficult thing to be normal.
Right.
It's even difficult for me,
Right.
to-
It is. It is
So-
very, very hard. But
Yeah.
it's
very
also
hard for them.
extraordinarily dangerous for a normal person to take antipsychotics. And I know
Do you
that
think I was going to say no to somebody who is twice as big as me? Of course, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to tell them exactly what happened. Nothing.
it just is really scary.
Nothing
They
happened to
gave
me.
What did they give? They gave me Seroquel one time for sleep because I haven't like sleep trouble like no one's. It's from lupus.
Okay.
And I tried the Ambien and it didn't work. Ambien only worked for like a day or two, and then it was like nothing. And then they tried this and that. So one of my doctors said, "Why don't we go off label and try Seroquel because one of the markers is really sleepy." And I went, "Okay."
Yeah, it
I
is.
did that, and then I found that like a week later, I was in my living room cleaning, doing something. And my ex was sitting there, and I literally started feeling like my body was doing a full-on like seizure type thing.
Right.
Locking up. I couldn't barely breathe because it was cutting off my airway. And they had to call 911. When the paramedics came to the door, they had to call the hospital that they were going to take me to and get clearance from the doctor on what medication to use because they had to administer it at my doorstep. I couldn't even,
Oh my
they couldn't
God.
even walk around with an ambulance ride. So they gave me Benadryl and Ativan of all things.
Okay.
And it was like when they did that, I unlocked, I was able to speak because I was like,
Oh wow.
and bending backwards. It was horrible. Like it'll go in your spine and lock you up.
Is that from the Seroquel?
It was from the Seroquel. And then here's the worst part. Like they took me to the hospital and they gave me another round of that. And then they discharged me. I came home 2 hours later. I went through another episode of that. We did the same thing, except they got me to the hospital to fix me. So I went
Right.
twice in 1 day. Later on, they told me you can't fuck with those because now your brain's reset and you have this. It's called tardive dyskinesia, TD, and the serotonin was hitting. Apparently, I'm thinking I'm getting this right. Serotonin was hitting my brain like a tsunami because of that stuff, and I didn't need
Right.
that.
You didn't
So-
need that. They gave it to me for depression.
Right.
It didn't do any.
So be careful, people, when you use those things and you don't have like any kind of psychosis because it's no joke.
Yeah. No. To me, I was just. I gained 20 pounds in like a month and a half, and or 2 months, and I was just like, this is not doing anything. And and it makes you tired. For me, that's what it did.
Yeah, it did. It did make me tired, and I
Yeah.
did sleep. But then I felt really hungover in the daytime too.
Yeah, and depression, when you need serotonin. So if
Right.
you're not going through depression,
Oh, Demi's been on it for okay. Well, I mean, a lot of people do extraordinary. Some people
Hey, hello,
call it
Demi.
a wonder drug, and I can see why. But if you don't have the markers for that, then you really
Right.
don't be messing
I'm
with
trying
it.
to remember which drug was. It was like they gave it to me. I had it for. It was like supposed to go with an antidepressant, and it wasn't Cymbalta. It was something else. And it was. You see commercials for it, and they're like, may cause all these things. And one side effect was,
Side effects may include death, and more death.
well, no, some of them were like twitches, like twitches, but they never go away, and I'm like,
Oh
okay.
man,
and
I
when
got tremors in
if
my
you
legs
start-
too.
if you start twitching, go to the hospital immediately.
Right?
Oh no, I don't. I was like,
All I hear is death.
yeah, no, I'm one of those people that's like, I've been through every, it's like, no, that didn't work either.
Welcome back, Dory.
Dory, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Demi, you should come on
I
up.
hit something.
Come on up. You're the next contestant on. Let's talk about almost
Get
anything.
this architecture out, though. I can't even
Oh,
with
how
all
pretty.
this.
I have to charge my laptop.
Wow.
Oh shit, I've been a turd.
Oh,
Look at
I gotta get my mantis. I'll be right back. Let me move down. Oh shit.
That's pretty. That reminds me of something you'd see in England.
yeah.
The whole campus is like this.
Yeah,
It's like fabulous.
You see pictures of Oxford or Cambridge and those kind of
But Princeton is huge. It was
oh,
built in like the 1600s. So these buildings that I just showed you, the stone ones, were built in the 1700s.
right.
It's crazy.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's one of the oldest schools, isn't it?
It is the oldest school,
Yeah, I think Alexander Hamilton went there or something like that.
right?
So I'm sure I've never been down there, but you just don't.
I just didn't expect it to be so vast.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean,
Yeah. You think I know what you mean. You don't. You think Ivy School? It's going to be kind of smallish, because you will have. I'm sure there are a lot of.
but there's other colleges associated with it, so
Right, and also a lot of research and other things that are not just teaching in a classroom.
right. Yeah, my son-in-law does research and he teaches.
Yeah. So yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go now.
Okay.
Okay, Jory. Well,
Okay, Dory.
I'll try and
Thanks for coming.
I'll try and go live tomorrow or something.
Okay.
I'll look for you because
All right.
I kind of logged. Well, I listen more. I logged off Booby for a while because it's part of the summer just to.
Yeah, I was off most of the summer too.
Yeah. So but now that the weather's a little cooler, I'll watch a little more. So I'm gonna go too, Carlos.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for having me
Kathy,
on.
Thanks for coming, Kathy.
Okay.
You have a good afternoon.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
I don't want to interrupt Smelly Cat, but tell her it was nice meeting her, and hopefully I'll see her again
Yep.
in the chat.
Okay. No. Yeah, the next stream I'm gonna tell some more scary stories. I'm gonna tell. Hey, what's up, Mike? I want to tell some more scary stories on my next stream. Yep. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, everybody left.
Oh, they left. They had to go.
Well then.
Yeah.
I had to get my charger, put my
Get charger.
mantises inside. Ever train a mantis?
You're welcome, Kathy. You're welcome. On my next stream, I'm gonna tell a series of ghost stories that I came upon.
It was awesome talking with you, Kathy. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, we'll be here next time again.
That'd be fun. I'm sorry I came in a little late.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay.
Always have a good time though.
Oh,
I like
thanks.
that this place is really laid back and chill, and that
Yes, that's how it is.
yeah,
That's how it is.
because there's a lot of drama.
You know who before you came up, did you know who I kicked out of here?
Oh my God, no! What happened?
Well, Barbie was here.
Okay.
and Boss Fight 10 came up.
Uh-huh.
She
Well,
started
they're
doing
they're
stuff.
going at it. They're going at it hard too.
I said, boss, no, not here, not here. You go somewhere else, not here. This is not the place. Go.
Yeah. Oh, they can take it
But,
to somewhere else. I know I saw
yeah,
them doing it on doing it up at G Mango's earlier today. And I don't know like them personally enough to like form a
yeah.
opinion or say anything. And I don't hate either one of them, but I guess, like I said, I'm not very well received.
No, true. No, I don't think it. I don't either.
So I'm like, okay.
And I said, no, wait, here, no, this is a respectable channel.
I appreciate that. I like
Oh,
it. I always know that I'm going to get a nice, good, relaxed.
Yes,
Chill.
here, yes, here. Because
So, thank you.
like I was telling Sam the other day. When you grew up in and when your parents were, like my father was in the wholesale produce business
Uh-huh.
when I was a kid, and later he went into the restaurant business. After that, and you grew up in that business, where you deal with customers all the time, and you always have to deal with one of your main goals, not just not just give service, but try to make the customers feel at home and feel comfortable.
Exactly. And then you
That's
bring people back over and over.
Exactly. And I think that's how much philosophy comes from, because that's the background I have from my restaurant family.
I always wanted to know more about that.
Yeah, we've been.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, we've been. Well, let me tell you. Well, as a matter of fact, we own a restaurant. Just look I'm going to give you in the private chat the website so you can check it out. Okay.
Okay.
Of the restaurant we own. Okay. I'm going to
Nice.
put it in the private chat. It's
There.
a restaurant here. It's here in California. I'm in Southern California too. I'm in San Diego.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, nice. You know what? I've never been that far south, and I always kind of wanted to see it.
Yeah, I'm in
It's hot there,
yeah? Yeah, it was hot. But yesterday afternoon, it was it cooled off. But Thursday and Wednesday, oh man, it was really hot.
Are you guys getting? I would imagine because it's more southern. But do you get rain? Or are you getting rain right now? Because we're getting
not
a lot
now.
of this.
No.
Oh,
Yesterday we got some rain, but it's
I
kind of
figured.
milder, cloudy,
Okay.
cool weather.
It cooled down, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, let me see.
It was
This is
so
the
hot.
site. Okay, that's it. Just check out a private chat, and that's the website of the restaurant. We own that restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look at it in a second. I'm trying to, real quick. I'm making a vape juice.
Okay, yeah.
Making a vape juice. Hold on, let me check. Hold on. Boop. All right, I'm gonna bring up another tab and take a peek at it.
Yeah, I told Barbie, watch out! Don't make me go get evil late, okay? Don't make me go get it. Don't make me go get evil
Oh my
late, okay?
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. Oh, nice.
Yes.
I want to see this menu.
Yeah.
Oh my God, those drinks look divine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
we've been
wow.
in business. Well, on that location, we've been there for about 10
And
years on that location.
My computer's loading like really slow. And this is this restaurant in Southern California?
Yeah, at Oceanside.
I want to check it out when I go.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna keep this.
yeah, I'm in it's Oceanside. It's right near the Marine Base Camp Pendleton.
Nice.
Yeah, since
Beverages at breakfast. Oh
yeah,
my God.
Yeah, we have breakfast. Yeah, we have breakfast. We open
Oh my God.
daily at 11 o'clock.
Huevos rancheros.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Prices are really good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Corn quesadillas. Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Asada fries.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me? Looks really good. It looks like a beautiful place.
Yes.
So when
yes.
I want to go there. I'm gonna have to visit that, and I know I'm going to.
Yeah, actually, in those days, it was actually we've been in business since 1983, and
Nice.
yeah, and we were at the same location for 29 years, and 10 years ago we moved to that same location, which that was an old restaurant. That was an old. I
Right.
don't know if you old enough to remember these restaurants called Love's Barbecue Pit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's still a couple up like mid to east coast, right?
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yep.
That, yeah, that used to be one way back in the day, and the place, they closed, and then it was a Fuddruckers, and Fuddruckers went out of business.
I never visited one of those. I've heard of them, but I've never
Yeah.
been. I've never even been to a Chipotle grill. Like it's amazing for someone who's formerly obese that they haven't had
Mhm.
so many things.
Yeah. So
I've never even had a Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. Me just once. And the place, okay,
Oh
and
my
they
goodness.
closed, and we took over like around early mid June. No, late June of 2012. That's when we opened in that location. But for
Nice. It's
but the other
beautiful.
location, yeah, but the other location was too old. The plumbing was good, and then the lighting. The owners were not taking care of the place, so they sold it. So they sold out, and they tore down the shopping center to another company, and they built a Winkle store there, supermarket. They
Oop.
built there another
My internet's
businesses.
dropping out. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, and
Well, it's very hard to upkeep
yes,
a
yes,
restaurant. Like a lot goes in that. People, don't really understand that.
yeah. No, yes, it is hard. It is
It's a
hard.
serious thing.
It's,
Like,
it's,
oh my god, yeah.
it's
Even
very
those
hard
even like the
because
catering trucks and stuff. Like see like the taco trucks. Those are
yeah.
hard too.
Oh yeah, it's hard because you got to deal with you got to deal with a lot of stuff. You got to deal with the employees,
Oh yeah.
your managing, and then you got to deal with the customers,
If
and then you got
anybody's
to
seen an
deal.
episode of like Restaurant, those restaurant shows
Yeah,
where they come in to save them, like you get a sense of like how much really has to go into it and how much
yeah.
money, and it is
Oh
what it
yeah,
is. But it's a
yeah.
hard, but I hey, hats off to anyone who does it, man. And
Oh yeah. You
always.
you you got to be there all the time to see it. You can't just let it go.
And when I'm
You
in a good
gotta.
spot, or I like try another place here and there. Like recently, there was this place that opened up a few years ago that was like a Chinese restaurant, and we're always looking for good Chinese. You have to go to LA for that. So we're looking for something local, and it's always like Panda Express, which isn't Chinese food at all. I go in there, and I can honestly say it was like really good Chinese takeout, not like authentic, but
Okay.
Chinese takeout. It was really good. So I wrote a review, and apparently like 40 some odd people saw it, and I was like, see, I'm trying to help. And the girl was so nice, the server was so nice. So anytime I see like places that are putting an effort and whatnot, and I try to bolster them, give them tips.
Yeah. Well,
They don't get a lot of
yeah.
tips.
hmm Yeah. There's some. Yeah. I remember going to a Chinese takeout. It was a mom and pop place. Oh, it's so good.
I miss Chinese though. I
They're in San
recently
Diego down.
developed a love for Indian food too.
Oh well, I'm not too crazy about Indian food. I don't.
I
I
know
like.
people are either like they love it or they hate it, but
I mean,
I like
someone
it.
does not.
I don't like the spicy. I like the mild. So.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, not even the mild or the spicy. I don't like none of that. I don't
But
know.
you
It's
have
just
to
my.
appreciate a lot of spices, not like the hot or spicy spices, but just things like nutmeg or like those kind of
Yeah.
spices.
Oh yeah.
Curry is a pungent one. Curry and cumin and things like that. They don't have heat, but they do have that bite.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be acquired. Like a
Yeah,
lot of people like
Korean.
cilantro, but I'm one of those people that has the adverse thing of cilantro. Like it tastes very bitter to me,
Mm-hmm.
and so I can't enjoy it. I mean, I can now later on in my years, I can like have it as an ingredient in pico de gallo. When I was younger, it was out of control. It would just make me feel like I was swallowing an aspirin or something. It was weird. I guess certain people just don't respond to cilantro the same way.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah. I mean, I like cilantro.
It's good now. Like I said, I love pico with it.
Yeah, me too. I like that too. Yeah, I like that. I
My
had to
favorites
get
are the green sauces. Oh, do I like the green sauce? The Verdes.
Oh, yeah, that's good too. That's really good.
Hell yeah. I love Verde.
Mhm. Yeah, man.
Every time I get a wet burrito, it was like, can I get an extra side of Verde?
Yeah. Yeah.
They always knew he's the Verde girl when I came in.
Yeah, we have that in the restaurant. Very good.
Yeah,
We have
it
that.
looks good. I want to try those asada fries.
Yeah. Yeah, we have asada fries. We have we don't have lobster, but we have shrimp.
See, I think I had lobster. Yeah, I had lobster once, and a friend prepared it, and she loved it. And I just remember thinking it was very rubber and just
Mhm.
I could not. And
Well,
shrimp is
oh,
tolerated. Like I'll do shrimp
yeah,
every
yeah.
now and then.
Well, shrimp is similar to lobster in many ways, but the thing that's really, really rubbery, you don't want to taste is octopus.
I tried that. I don't like it. What was it called when they calamari? I believe when they fry it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't like it. My nephew enjoyed it, but I'm like, no,
Mhm.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
That's like a rubbery fry to me.
Yeah, I tried it once off the
Yeah, I'm not. I'm very particular with my seafood. Like I like
Yeah.
salmon once in a while, but it's very fishy to me.
Mhm.
And though I like trout, I found it to be too bony. So everyone gets picking on me because I really enjoy tilapia, and I
No,
kind
tilapia.
of I love tilapia.
Yeah, me too.
So and everyone, like I said, they're like, "That's a dirty fish." And they, all fish are damn dirty. If you see what they do, they're all fucking dirty. Like bottom
Yeah.
feeders. Look what a lobster does. Honestly, lobster looks like the roach of the sea.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
We all like our
lobster.
things, but I do enjoy shrimp. I like tilapia, and I really don't like tuna's good. Like canned tuna, I'm still on board with that. Outside of those three, I'm not like I'm pretty cool. There you go.
Yeah, tuna and
I feel like I'm rambling.
yeah, tuna.
I like to be able to sleep.
Well, I like tuna.
I miss fried shrimp though. I haven't had
I
that
like
in a while. Good lord, that
all
sounds
fried shrimp. I haven't had. I haven't had fried shrimp in a while.
Me either. That's why it sounds really good. Or tempura. God, tempura is good too.
Oh, tempura. Oh god, that is
Right?
so good. Too.
Any tempura is great. You can do tofu in tempura and it's awesome. Oh my god. I'm hungry. It's my carb day.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Hey, Jody, what's up, Jody? Drama Rehab's here.
Drama. That's your name, Jody?
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Hi, Jody.
Yeah,
I'm Smelly, aka Die for Diana.
well, yeah, you've been to her streams, huh? When they do that,
I'll dox myself. I'm really Diana.
You've been to their streams, over there at when they have those when they talk about those about sex things and everything. Sometimes they.
I did it. What? Oh my god! I've been in so many streams where things have gone south. I've been in streams where people are tagged. I've been. My favorite was moderating. I can't tell you how many countless trolls for one of these gals that had 1,900 people in the chat, and I was like having anxiety, going, "Okay, whoa." You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
I've seen them fight. I've seen like React Inception, where like, oh my god, how do I even explain this? Like one creator was like stream sniping the other, and then as they're doing it, the creator that they're stream sniping decides to stream snipe them, so you can hear the feedback, and they were literally communicating through the feedback, like yelling at each other.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm not kidding you. Tales from a moderator.
Oh yeah. I
Just
remember
dumb shit too. It was like, what are we doing? How old are we right now in this moment?
I remember one time I was a moderator in this channel where these people were gonna who hated each other.
Oh,
They
yeah.
would, they agreed to go on a panel. They agreed to go on a panel talk, and I was a mod, and I accidentally timed out this lady who was a really good, nice lady. As a matter of fact, she used to come here a lot when I first started,
Oh,
and I was kind of laughing at what the way it's the way they told me about the acorns.
wow.
I'm sorry, man. I told her, yeah. Oh my God, I swear, that night. I remember it was around like 11 o'clock at night. They started arguing and arguing. I mean, this is in another community, the 1A community over there
Yeah.
where I was, before I
Mhm.
came to this, to the boy community. They started arguing, I mean, they're gonna believe this, man. I had, I even, for listening to that stuff, I felt like I was in the fight because I even had a migraine headache.
It's like you
None of that.
accidentally get caught up in it. You're accidentally put in the middle when you're moderating things like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
And then you get hate.
yes.
Like, in other words, you get people that hate the creator that you're moderating for, right? So they don't
Yeah.
shit about you. And all they're going to do is trash you because they know one thing, oh, you mod for so-and-so.
Yeah. Somebody
I don't think
called.
people get some of the shit that moderators go through on the side, and we get trashed just as much as like the content.
Man. I wish I could find that speech. You can watch it. Oh my God, I remember it was so much fun. There was this guy who I think he talked slow like this. Hey, what's up, guy? Hey, it was really slow to talk. And one buddy told him, he got in a fight with who got with somebody there, and he says, "Oh, come on." He told me, "You got to go back to rehab, okay?" What are you talking about? That's the way I talk, man.
Yeah.
Because I gotta talk slow, and it was a big fight.
Wait, they said that to you?
Yeah. No,
What
no,
the-
actually, no. What it was that this guy was on panel. He was also a mod. He was a friend of the channel host, and this guy came up to talk to this other guy because the story was like this. They used to be a big channel called News New England back in right around the.
I'm sorry, I have a crow going on. Can I ask you to repeat the name of that? I may have heard it.
Yeah, News New England.
I don't know if I heard of that one.
It's well, this happened. This is right pre George Floyd thing.
Okay, gotcha.
The channel was pretty. Yeah, the channel was pretty big. Had a lot of mods, and this guy who was there called El Sancho, who also goes on. You might if you ever go on Pooh's side chat, you'll see him lurking there. He's a really nice guy. Really one of the best YouTubers there. I tell you, one of the best YouTubers I've seen. He knows how to. He's a better host. You feel like you're watching a reporter talk or something when he talks. Well,
I'm sorry, I think you're cutting out.
Yeah. Well, it went like this. They there was this guy that the News New England guy supported, who was known to be a woman beater, and some of his mods and friends told him, hey man, why are you supporting that guy? Stuff like that, and he got they started, and some shit started, and then the news creator called Sancho, he called him a pedo, he called this guy pedo, and everybody just left his channel. It was a big channel, all this stuff, and the new channel was formed, and that's where that's where I come from, from those two channels, from those two streams.
That sounds like it got intense.
Yeah, and months later, after this happened, this lady called Anna Chick, she still goes live. Asked the guy in New England, and asked the other guy, whom they didn't even talk. They haven't even talked to each other in months, to go on a panel and see if they can square things up. But no, it was a big disaster. There was arguments. There was this guy called this guy an alcoholic. This dude, and I timing up people for that. It was, oh my God.
Oh man.
Yeah, my head. I even developed a migraine headache.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, things that seen it the worst of it. I'm dark. I actually took a couple issues to my therapist because there was this one girl and I really liked her. kind of manicky and well known. She has a channel, had a channel,
Mhm.
and she got picked on really bad. And then, how do I put this? Well, in Discord, we were in Discord. A lot of that carries over to Discord, right?
Yeah.
And we're DMing her, and we're in her server. I believe, yeah, we were in her server. And you know how you have the option to do the voice chat without the video, or you can if you want. And we're in there, and she was sobbing about someone that she moderated for that was like doing these channels where they were like busting
Uh-huh.
like the worst of the worst. You know what I mean? Like pedophiles, like, for real. And he had a big channel on here for a while. And this guy apparently on the side, when like she was moderating his Discord, and she said, and she's sobbing, mind you, and she's telling me and a few other girls this, and you can hear her pulling one tissue out of another out of the tissue box, blowing her nose. That's how bad she's crying, right? About all the things she saw from animals to children, and it was her job to weed this out. Mind you, she's not getting paid. We don't get paid. And then they just dumped her. Channel went under, they just dumped her. They really trashed her too. And so she was left like in a heap of herself. And people were taking turns staying on that voice chat while she slept. So she'd have somebody there wake up. She was fully traumatized.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I lost contact with her for about a year, maybe a year and a half. And then she, oddly enough, recently popped up and started talking to me because I always worried about her. I always hoped the best. And thankfully she's doing better. But like, yeah, people go through this stuff and they get trashed.
Yeah.
And people
Oh,
don't
yeah.
understand. They think we support or we sign up or we co-sign on everything that we moderate. We were there to do a job. If trolls come in, we're there to weed them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were given a responsibility because that was based on trust. That, hey, I'm trusting you to get that job done, right? So that's what I do. I don't sign on everything.
Mhm.
And people think that. So,
Sure. Yeah.
and I know you've
I
seen me
mean-
in some of the ones that I moderate for, so you can only
Yeah.
imagine the things that are being said to
Yeah,
me.
I
I was
saw
just
you.
called
I
a
think-
I was just called a piss drinker by another content creator.
Oh my God.
Are you
I see
kidding
you
me?
on DCE, girl. And
Oh my god! I was like, game on. That's how you want to play, because like I'm nice to people, and I will tell you outright how it is, though.
yeah, I see you over.
I'm not gonna let people walk all over the people I like or walk all over me.
Oh yeah, Speaking what you told me about that girl who was traumatized. Well, that
Mhm.
same guy who I told you we just heard of before, who was called an alcoholic. He left YouTube, for about a couple of months. And
Need
what
to
the,
say something. I can barely hear you. I hear a lot of
Yeah.
wind. I don't know if you're downwind.
Hold on. Let me turn off my. Okay, he left.
I'm just
Okay, can you hear
struggling
me
to hear
now?
you. My volume's all the way up.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, much better. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, he left YouTube for about a couple of months, and later I learned that he left YouTube because he was bullied and he was harassed,
Yeah,
and the guy even ended up having a panic attack.
this shit
Yeah,
really hurts
yeah,
people. You know.
yeah.
Yeah, I
He
don't think
left
people like
YouTube.
prepared. They moderate and then they're not prepared for like the backlash that can happen on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And it's
People
hard.
just didn't. I mean, this guy he didn't do anything bad to no one. He hardly ever talked or
Sorry.
did anything.
That happens,
I
like
mean,
I said, it happens in like Pensacola.
no, it's it was because he was friends with that guy in New England, and a lot of people hated that guy, hated his at one point, because of
They
what he
say
did.
good for association. They scream, "You are the company you keep," and it's just
Yeah,
not that cut and dry at the end of the day.
yeah, exactly. Because this guy, he's New England guy. You know what he did? Oh my God, you'll be shocked if I tell you what he did. But here it goes. He he lives in Maine. Supposedly he lives in Maine. He went
Uh-huh.
all the way to Massachusetts, drive to stalk a woman on a live stream.
Mm.
Yeah, the stalking he broadcasted on here on a live stream.
Wonderful. See, and then when people go
Yeah,
too far with stuff, and
yeah,
they know one thing: hey, let me traumatize this person. They act like they
yeah,
don't. They do.
yeah. So he went all the way. He even went outside. He even stopped over at the woman's house outside.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Did
Oh
she
yeah,
like press any charges? Did she take any legal action?
no, not good. What was is other people from another channel that were watching that stream, and somebody called the police on
Thank
there with that.
God.
But yeah,
That's
yeah, she
going
did
way
it.
too far.
Yeah, she did it to a woman. She has a bigger channel called a Masshole Report. Is where they go after
I think I've
scammers
heard
and
of that. Yeah, I think
yeah.
I've seen that at least when I was looking for
Hmm.
something else like about scammers. Yeah.
Yeah, the girl, yeah, the woman who does that. Her name is Kate. She is
Uh-huh.
the moderator, the host of that channel.
Yeah.
And this guy who was because she was after this, she had a lot of issues with this guy because of that dude of that guy from the wife beater he was supporting. and
Oh,
and one day he decided to go to her town and he will live stream and says, "Oh, guess what? Her mom invited us to have dinner at her house." What the fuck?
sounds a little
Well,
crazy to me.
yeah, but it was not true. And
Oh,
and
I
he
bet.
and he and he, and he broadcast it and on a live stream. I was watching it live. Man, fuck.
That's creepy shit. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was acting like
I've
a
seen,
fool.
a few of them go to someone's house and like, okay, there was one that was funny, and only one that was
Yeah.
funny. And I think you may remember, and it was when what was his fucking name? Billy the Fridge went to Onision's house.
Oh, and he says, "Oh,
And he live streamed. That was the only time I was laughing at that shit. I was like, okay,
mm,
yeah, there you go. I know it's a bit, but it was still kind of funny. The journey there, at least. But no, for the most part, those kind of things, when they call it going in real life, it's like, no, you're not going in real life. This is real life. You're just
mm."
deciding to be a putz off the internet.
Yeah, exactly. They go. Real live people go to. Just. What funny thing about that stream that he was gonna go see that woman named Kate.
Mhm.
Over at in her city. I don't want to name the city where he went, and there was this other lady who came into the. She was new into the channel, and her name was Kate also.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I thought at first I thought they were talking to her. I thought they were talking to her, but guess what? The woman, I think she must have freaked out and left the channel. No way, what the hell is this? They say Kate this, or that, and me. God, no way. She's probably said, I'm gonna get out of here. And she was never seen since. She never came
Oh
back.
my God. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, she never came back to any of her accounts, and she just went flatlined?
No, no. Well, she came in like any other person comes into a
Okay.
channel, saying
Okay.
hi and everything, a new person.
Yeah, as long as
But
you know she's okay. That's kind of
yeah,
creepy.
but she had the same name as the woman that was being stuck.
Yeah.
And she was saying hello guys and everything so on and for a time I even thought that they went to go see her, the woman that came, not the original lady, Kate from Maslow Report,
Right.
and
The one they're
and
confusing.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the other woman, the one who had just come into the community, just left and never came back.
Right.
Yeah,
And
she
then
was
see it bleeds into people's lives that aren't involved, and then they get
exactly,
traumatized. It's retarded.
exactly,
And I'm gonna say that
exactly.
word because this context is everything, and it really is. Like, put your
Oh
time into
God.
something better.
Oh, that guy was, oh my God. He doxed some guy's name. He had an issue with an
Yeah.
address. He put it in, and then he called this guy who came on his live stream. He called him a pedo. I
See, that's
remember I
what
was
I get really pissed because it's like,
yeah
how about this? I know you've seen me over at CJ's and
yeah
MFWs, right? You get a lot of accusations. I'm not signing off on anything, but when it comes to his story in general, a breakdown is that union between him and that girl was sleazy as fuck. And I'm not going to say it wasn't. He knows that. I know that. However,
yeah
that girl also came back later on, like about a year later, and said, quote, and I can show everyone and I can direct them to the stream that this same girl that was accusing him of the R word came back on his panel to say for the fourth time that it wasn't what It wasn't R. I hate censoring myself. And then she has the audacity in the same stream to go, oh, hey, I don't know if she said it outright, but everyone knows this, okay, and it's in there, that she came back, wanted to say, let's go to the Cecil Hotel before it closes down, because I have this odd obsession with Richard Ramirez, and I want to stay in one of the rooms that he was in, and let's do a porno together. And everybody just fucking forgets that, and it just kind of tweaks me a little. And then she gets busted. Then later on, gets busted stalking a male star of American Horror Story, and had a fucking anklet on her fucking on her ankle.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same fucking girl that accused him of the R word, and she wanted to do. That was her collab. She wanted to come back to collab with him to do a fucking porn in one of the rooms that Richard Ramirez stayed in, because she said in that stream, "I have a fascination and obsession with serial killers." You know, like, I understand he made some moves, like you don't buy them alcohol when they're not 21, and you don't fucking, pressure them, because he was like sleazy about it. I'm just saying, but it wasn't what people are thinking. How about that? That's my opinion. I'm not speaking for everyone, but I'm like, wait a minute here. Who comes back after saying that to go, hey, let's go at it again and collab? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a grown adult. I formed my opinion, and then you got MFW over there. And everyone's hating on her for everything. I don't know enough of the MF. I know a bit of what she's done. But when I go there, I'm just nice to everyone. I'm like the party wagon. I just want to roll up, have fun. And if everyone doesn't want to roll on my party wagon, then it's like, hey, you're going to piss me off. I want to roll on my party wagon. Like, don't kill the fun. I'm not looking for IRL stuff. I'm just looking for people.
Yeah, me too. Just.
I like that.
I go to other communities.
I see a lot of them. You pop up and I was excited. I'm like, there he is.
Yes, I was in. You see me on Nicolina and on DC Girl.
Yeah, and then I know you see me, and I'm like, I can only imagine what he thinks of my mouth here.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. There are a few people that piss me off though. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, yeah.
But see, I say my thing on here, and then my thing is like, as soon as the laptop closes, or as soon as I'm done with the panel, whatever it may be, and I say my thing, I move on. I don't think about it again. I don't let it get to me. I have that ability to go, hey, look, I can walk away from this. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people live on Twitter, going at feuds, online feuds, called keyboard warriors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but I do miss the side of DC. I'm going to say that I do honestly, like when I came to DC almost 3 years ago now, she was doing a lot of like interviews, and she was doing like the more sit down, like the sit down, kind of get together, coffee talk thing. And I really liked that, because at that time I really needed it was more of a chill vibe, right?
Yeah.
So we come to our content now, and I'll be honest with you, after being with her over the years, I'm like, I get anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, it's troll after troll. It's not the same. And it's like, God, I wish she would just come back to like sitting down with us and having a coffee and saying hi. And, it's just, I get that she's doing her thing, and I'll support that and all, but like, I miss the old stuff so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah, DC media. Yeah, but you got
that coming. I'm just now coming in.
Is that the same community, Nicolina, DC Media girl, and
I just know Nicolina's, I think, oh my God.
What?
They intermingled, because like Miss Parker used to get along with Miss Parker Incorporated, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to get along with DC, and then started like not liking DC, and like I can't appreciate constant trolling, so that's why I just stayed away from that and the whole petty family stuff. And I was just like, okay, well, this is obviously not my jam or my peanut butter or my jelly, so I'm out. It's that easy. Kind of tried Nevs's for a while and kind of laughed here and there, but I don't like when people heavily pick on other people. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm not up for that. I don't like that abuse. I'm not going to get behind that. So then people think I am, because I'm spotted in a chat or have a wrench. And, they all know I'm there for like the people and have a good time. Once it gets rough, I'm like, all right, I'm out. I'll move on to the next. Yeah. I appreciate your streams though. I
Thank
appreciate you letting me ramble.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, people don't get it. And then I have another girl who's was a moderator for someone. And boy, it's sad because she's tried so hard to build her channel and she's been real patient, lost a lot of weight, done a lot of stuff. And I'm watching this and she was being really successful. And then this one girl just trashed her and really went at it. And she's
Oh my
like,
God.
you know what I mean? When they hurt and they take a break and they're just laying low. And I'm thinking, don't you say that fucking algorithm. You fucking earned that shit. Get back up and give her the same that she's giving you. Unbelievable. Come on now. Oh, it just hurts to see people like just kind of go away and sulk and hurt.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Mhm.
You know. So I don't know. Hopefully everyone will get along again. Like I said, I'm coming to Nicolina, but I thought at first that she was really like a bad troll. So I was like, oh. And then when I gave her more of a chance, I was like, well, she's kind of funny, damn it.
I like it.
She's kind
I
of
like
fun,
it.
damn it. And so she started growing on me, I guess. So I try. I don't catch every stream or things, but the ones I've been in, everyone was cool.
Oh man, you also have some funny YouTubers out there. I don't know if you ever seen a guy called Jack Pick Rob.
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, that guy's funny. He talks like this. I don't know. He talks like this. I don't know if you should come here. You guys are gonna go for another dish like that. Oh my God, he is so funny.
Can you drop the name in the private chat so I can look him up? Or you
Yeah,
can drop promote him.
yeah. Well, one day I remember one time that special lady called Rosie Venn, who hangs out over there, who brought on Poon's panel. She came to the site. She came into the panel. I was up on panel that time, and she came in crying. What are you crying for? Well, I'm crying because that Jack guy, you know, he make fun of me because he doesn't believe my grandmother died like that, had passed away. Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, and she was like crying. Well, it's a pick.
I'm sorry.
It's pick.
Thank you. Anything new would be like nice here and there's.
Yeah.
You know, Abe was funny. I know people are like, oh my God, you're in this community. I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't I be? He's always been more than, you know what's funny? The hardest screw that ever turned on YouTube was so nice to me. He dedicated a nice video for the Spreaker test because I told him in one of his panels that there was a part in that video that made me laugh my ass off. He used to just, like at the end of a hard day, I could replay it and I just laugh. And so he put for Smelly Cat Spreaker test. And I was like, at first when I saw I'm going to tell you, first when I saw my name in a title of Evil Abes, my heart sank to the floor and I went, oh my God, what is it going to be? I was thinking it was going to be all bad, right? And I come to it and I almost cried at the end. I was so touched. And it just made my day. It was, and like I said, and then he's just, at the end of the whole thing with Rich, when I came into one of his late night panels, he said, quote, in a side chat, it gave me the biggest, warmest hug. And I cried my ass off because like no one reached out to say anything. No one had a hug for me, but he did. You know, so I have mad respect for Abe. He's always made me smile. I'm like, do I get on board with like trashing people? Usually that's when I leave or I come back and chat. But when he's doing the funnies, oh my God, he's good at funny.
Oh yeah, I usually, you know
what I mean? He needs to do more of those funny segments in between that.
I usually do those, you know, I like to do those funny. He was talking last night about these.
Hi, Carla.
Oh,
sorry.
Hi. Oh, wait a minute. Let me say hi. Yeah, Carla. Let me say. She's a good friend of mine. Let me see. Let me say hi to her.
Sorry, I got sidetracked and I wasn't looking at the side chat.
Hey, hello, Carla. Hey, hello, cousin.
Hi, Ronald.
Hello, Ronald. Ronald. That's my cousin, Ronald. Say hi to him.
Hi. Oh, awesome.
Hey, hello, Carla. Yeah, he's my cousin. Yeah, he's a cousin of mine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can come up, Ronald, if you. Yeah, I still link up.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a really funny guy. A really funny guy. He's wild. He's hilarious. Really funny guy.
Well, for a minute there, we had like one person. Now we got 4 people. So it just felt like I was talking on a phone or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
You see,
man.
you know what I like about Abe. I like to parody about him, but a lot of people
Yeah.
don't understand. I say, I have this joke about Abe. Say, for example, if I go to the movies and I go to the concession stands and I buy my popcorn
Mhm.
and I hear Abe talk and I run into Abe as I'm going to the theater, back to the theater with my popcorn, and Abe will tell me, "Where is my popcorn, man? Where's my popcorn, man? What
When
did
he
he
does
do
that
with you?"
voice too, like, oh
Yeah,
my god, it grew. I never expected or anticipated him to grow on me the way he did too. It's unbelievable. But like I
yeah,
said, I have mad respect for him. I know there's a lot of people that, and I know you know that too. And I'm just like, dude, I take my own inventory with him, and all I know is I'm way respectful of him. I always will be. I'll
yeah.
never be a shit on his. Yeah, I will. I state this always. I will never be a problem. Like
Oh yeah.
for real.
Oh
He
yeah.
just
I know. Because Abe, he talk. One of the reasons I like him is because he likes a lot of the comedies I grew up with.
right.
Like he
It's just
puts his
fun. It's like sitting down as teenagers with friends.
yeah. You
You
remember
know what I
some of
mean?
it?
He gives you that
Yeah,
vibe, like, oh shit, it's fun to it's like smoke out and hang out, right?
yeah. He talks about Porky's. He talks about those movies and everything and all that kind of stuff. Oh my God, he's I mean hilarious, and he puts that video about that Critters movie that from the back in the day.
I never saw that. I only saw the trailer that used to freak me out as a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah, yeah, Critters,
The
and he has
trailer
like
apparently scared the crap out of me, and I never
oh
saw
I
it.
remember that. Oh, I saw
I all I saw was something popping out of a toilet, and I was done for. I was
oh
done for.
no oh no that's Ghoulies. That's a little more scarier film. Yeah, yeah, I can remember that.
Uh oh, you're about
Ghoulies.
to. Shit.
Yeah, like,
I never
oh
saw that one either. I
yeah,
need to see a
Ghoulies
lot.
is
I
a
need to see like
yeah
Indiana
Ghoulies is
Jones
a
movie. I want,
yeah, okay, that's one thing, Indiana Jones, but
you
Ghoulies
know?
is a film about these little demons or something who attack these college kids who are doing some they're doing some demonic ritual, and these
Oh
little
yeah,
kids,
all right. I think I see clips for that. I have
yeah,
seen the old school trailer.
yeah, they come out of the toilet, they come from everything. It's called Ghoulies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really a really funny
I could
movie.
probably handle it as an adult now, but I know when I
Yeah.
was younger that it sealed the deal and I was having nightmares and I couldn't sleep in my own room and I was like, oh my god.
Oh man, me too. I had I remember as a kid, when I was in Mexico as a kid, we would go to the movies and watch and go, like, for example, the late afternoon showings, and we would get out like around when it's darker. Sometimes if we saw a horror movie, oh my God, we would just run home.
Oh my
We
god.
just
I have an
run
older
home.
sister. She's 10 years older. And the coolest thing that happened to me was she took me to a Freddy Krueger movie when I was roughly about, God, I want to say like maybe 11 or 12 ish. It was somewhere like maybe the
Yeah,
beginning of the 90s. And I think it was Dream Warriors actually.
yeah.
And she she acted like she was my mom and she was able to pull me out of school early.
Oh, I remember that movie.
And then we went in her car and we picked up some Wendy's and then she took me to go see that movie. And like no one my age saw that movie. So when I came, because I was never a popular kid, I was always picked on. So I came back, everyone was gathering on, oh my God, what was it like? And then she moved, she worked at a video, like a video rental store, like a
Yeah,
Blockbuster.
yeah.
And when I had a slumber party when I was almost that, like around that time too, I think I was maybe like 9 going on 10. And I had a birthday party and she got one of the runners for arachnophobia.
Oh,
A runner is, in other words, a runner is when, like, in other words, when you would go into the video stores and you'd see the screens they have up on the like roofs and stuff,
uh-huh.
they'd show you like trailers. Well, they used to have like advanced copies that would have a runner that would say property or it would say return, and they would play it for people like, hey, come back and rent it, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
And so she was able to snag one of the runners from her boss, and she told her flat out, "Can I do it for my sister? She's having a birthday party," and she let her, and it was really sweet. So everyone got to come over and watch Arachnophobia before it got in the theaters.
Ah,
Fun
okay.
moments. It was really fun. I had some fun
All right.
moments.
All right. Oh, me too. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Arachnophobia. I felt that. I liked it. I liked it.
It
I
scared
saw
the
it.
hell out of a bunch of girls. So
Oh yeah, oh yes, a spider go.
a bunch of like preteen girls.
Yeah, and I was laughing my ass off. Especially that.
I look back
John
on it
Goodman.
now and it's just fun. It's like campy fun and it'll put you in a good
Yeah.
mood. Now I see the spiders he's killing. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh my
people
God.
who ever like, yeah, you know, like my mom, she's afraid of rats and rodents. You know,
I'm
and
not
people,
afraid
you
of
know,
them because what I'm afraid of is the disease they bring.
yeah, me too. That's one thing.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
only
one.
thing I fear. But the
Yeah.
look of them, the sight of them, I'm fine with it. But then I realize, oh my God, they're carriers of like the worst parasites.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. And you know,
Yeah.
yeah, Speaking of scary, going back to scary stuff, this older gentleman told me a story when he was in 12 years old at the time, elderly man. He went to go see that movie, The Thing, the original one called the original one is called The Thing from Another World. With
I want
it's
to
a
see that.
that's a movie that inspired both two remakes from in 1982,
Yeah.
which is that's a
And I
John
haven't seen
Carpenter
any
film.
of them. Have you?
I seen the John Carpenter film, just that one, but I haven't seen the original movie or the
Is
one
it
they made
good?
10 years ago. The John Carpenter movie is excellent. It's a good movie. The Thing,
Nice.
yeah.
I need to look for these, like Goonies. That's what I should do tonight when I'm
Oh,
home.
I
Just
seen
look for
Goonies.
Goonies.
Yeah, yeah,
Look
yeah,
for that. It's the thing.
yeah,
John
yeah,
Carpenter's.
yeah. It's called The Thing from Another
Okay.
World. That's okay. Okay, okay. No. The Thing, John Carpenter's film. That's the one. That's the one I highly recommend. But this ain't a gentleman, older gentleman, told me he went to go see the original one way back when he was a kid in the early 50s, and he said he had to go home, and it
Oh
was
my
dark,
God.
and he had to climb these stairs, going to another block because in Mexico they have that,
Mhm.
to get to another part, another neighborhood. So in it's the neighborhood. It's up on a hill. You walk these stairs, something,
Yeah.
like stairs. And boom, boom. And he said, man, when he got to the stairs, he said he ran like all the way up.
And that's the one from the 50s?
Yeah.
Those are fun. Like I love on Saturday, usually between like 8 and 10, if no one's streaming, at least or something's going on, then I like to kick back with old like black and white horror movies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those are.
It's
Yeah. Oh,
fun. Sometimes
yeah.
like the crime ones or the mystery ones are fun too.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid back in the 70s. They used to have those all the time on Saturdays afternoons and at night too. They used to have those Godzilla movies. I used to love them Godzilla movies, the old ones from Japan.
The old-fashioned Godzilla because I only saw like the new one and it was kind of crappy.
No, I haven't. Well, I only saw the first one, Godzilla. That's the first one they made. The one they made about a couple years ago. That's the only one I seen. But I haven't seen this one, King Kong versus Godzilla. No.
There's a whole bunch of them. I mean, there's the Godzilla, this and that.
No, I think what they do that movie is that they go too far in the movie. I think they overmake them. Too much special effects. Too much.
Yeah.
I just think they just go too far. I mean,
A
it's
little
not like
bit.
it's not like if you look at the old days, they had special effects, but they didn't go too far on the special effects. They had, they had like dialogue, drama, like that, more character in the movie.
Or when they have like those epic battles, like Godzilla versus like the giant mantis or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Godzilla versus Dracula.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some of those. Yeah, those are low budget, cheap films. Like they have that Billy the Kid meets Frankenstein.
Right. And then it's just really over the
Dracula,
top.
or like that one called Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
The only
Oh, that was
Martian movie that I really get into, and I know it's stupid, is Tim Burton's Mars Attacks.
Oh, okay.
I love that one. I think that remake or the way he did it was really funny too.
I think it was funny. Yeah, it was funny. I like
Very
it.
campy. I love Jack Nicholson in it. I mean, Jack Nicholson was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then,
Yeah, it was.
Short also. Martin Short's character was really good too. I'm sorry, I'm warming up some coffee. We have, like I said, we had steady. Well, you know that we had steady temps of now it's all mild and it's nice and it's all spaz.
You know what? I don't understand this. It's people say if they get in the desert, they get lost. They say that don't get lost, or else you're gonna die of heat stroke or anything. Okay, yes. But they say if you go to the desert at night, it gets cold. But when I see the weather reports, it doesn't even seem to me that way. I don't understand that. I mean, it's still hot, still warm. I mean, why do they say that? I mean, if it's still hot, very, very hot, and at night
Well,
it's that's what I don't understand. I mean,
it's I've noticed there's been blaring inconsistencies between what you're feeling and what's really going on with the weather versus what they're saying.
yeah, I mean, I say,
Uh-oh.
always saying, oh my God, but at night, if you get lost, it's gonna get cold, and it's very hot during, very, very hot, over 100 degrees during the daytime, cold. I said, well, okay, I think she might be coming later. Yeah, very cool. Okay, hold on.
Sorry,
Oh,
my
that was,
internet sometimes.
oh, the internet. Okay, yeah, that happens. I have the same
I
problem
deal
sometimes
with the
myself.
tech issues. I have no idea why.
Yeah, well, people have less issues here with the internet, but in some countries and foreign countries, internet goes all the time. Wi-Fi goes all the time. Here in the United States, we're lucky. I mean, the internet is a lot better here because of the
Oh yeah,
technology.
for sure.
But in some countries, in third world countries, oh my God, you really gotta watch out because it might go off. The internet,
Right.
in
It's weird too.
Mexico,
I come in a
yeah,
StreamYard and it's like normal, and then I see on the
yeah,
YouTube end like I just came in here onto your
yeah.
panel and had a delay.
Mhm. There's a city in Mexico that's people don't go because it's they're afraid because it's cartels and everything, which is true. But
There's a lot of that.
what makes interesting the city's called Culiacan. It's
Mhm.
in the western part, or west coast of Mexico, and what makes it interesting that town is that the whole town it's connected to Wi-Fi. I mean, anywhere you go, it's Wi-Fi. I mean, you're
Cool.
sitting in a park, you're sitting in an avenue. It's Wi-Fi. You don't have to worry about. Hey, let's go to McDonald's. You said Wi-Fi. Let's go to this place. No, it's
Right.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's really bad in a lot of other countries. It's not as streamlined here.
Yeah.
As
So
it's,
yeah, in other countries they do. Yeah, that's what they do in Mexico. They do, and in some smaller villages, people go to the parks and they take their tablets or their laptops and they start
right.
roaming the internet in the middle of the night at night. That's
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah.
back before this place became really urban, because like I've lived here for 35 years, and back in the day it was just all just open desert. Like
Yeah.
I'm in the AV, if you didn't catch that
Yeah.
before. So yeah, back in the 80s it was like a one pony town. Now
Yeah.
it's like
Oh,
okay.
oh yeah. 80s was different back then. I remember.
Oh yeah. So I just want to leave here so bad. I'm just so done with it. I've been here so
Yeah.
long. And there's no opportunity here.
But small towns usually
Yeah. They act like it's a small town, but it's really not a small town. That's a whole nother can of worms.
Well, it's California. A lot of places in California.
I'm kind of getting that California fatigue, to be honest.
Yeah.
I do want to go, or at least experience another place.
Yeah. Well, but there's a lot of interesting places to visit, countries, and also
Mhm.
just visit.
Exactly. And Mexico's a beautiful place. You can't let all the stories you hear about this, that, and the other stop you from seeing them. You go
Yeah.
anywhere as long as you're respectful and you keep an eye out, you're going to be fine.
Exactly. True. Exactly.
Rosie O'Kelly proves that all the time.
Exactly. Exactly. She did that. She went to Mexico, and
She
she
did that
went to
for a reason.
places
Now there was
where
some scary moments on her last trip with the guys, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I thought we were going to see her on Vice. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But she's
I saw her,
she's
and,
pretty
and
raw on
I
herself. She can handle her own. I know she can. I don't want her to. How about
and
that? But, she can.
yeah, and you know what? It makes it. You know what I said when I saw that her live stream when she went down to Tijuana. She
Mhm.
went to the same cemetery. That story that I tell about the
Yeah, yeah.
dead bride. He went to that same cemetery.
Oh my God.
The haunted cemetery where they say the bride appears at night asking you to take her to the cemetery,
Sorry.
and in the morning, and if you let her your jacket in the morning, go to this address, and they'll make you, and they'll my dad's gonna pay you for the jacket, and Rosie went to that same cemetery. You say, what the fuck? See, that's the same cemetery. That's the same cemetery. Yes. Oh yes, she's a brave
It
woman.
was
Oh yeah,
really beautiful. It was so nice.
yeah. Oh, Robot.
I love her. I do.
Yeah, and oh yeah, she was in. She was also in downtown.
She goes.
Let's see, uh,
She goes to
yeah, she
Vegas
was all
a lot.
over. Yeah, oh yeah, she lives in California also. Remember that video she did
And she
with
passes me every time. Like
yeah.
when she was IRL, it was fun.
Making it
I keep
something
telling her,
much
if you're ever near the AV,
Mm.
I'll treat you a coffee.
Yeah, oh yeah, she and remember that video they did with Molasses Murphy in Rich Life, and Rich Life falls into the chair.
Was this like a couple years ago?
About like 2 years ago, yeah, a couple years ago. And if you want to watch that,
Okay, yeah, I remember that one.
What?
I remember that one.
Yeah, if you want to watch it, still laugh again. Trigger Minds has it.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to plug my laptop back in. I'm doing like 50,000 things at one time. If I want to watch which video, I'm sorry about that.
It's a trigger. It's the when Rich Life falls up from the chair.
Anytime he falls, I'm down for it. You know that. I mean, I ripped his jugular out pretty much verbally last time we were on. I'm pretty. I think I've had my fill.
One time, Evil A was saying, "Oh yeah, but you remember that video about Rich Life? Oh yeah." And Evil A said, "I like to see." And Evil A once said, "Well, I like to see a funny video of Rich Life. Him slipping on some poop."
I like when Abe uses that clip of Rich on the bed and he drops the ice and he gets all
Yeah. That's what Rich Life should
every
do.
time. I just look at it and I'm over here shaking my head, going, yep.
That's what Rich Life should do. Drop the ice, do stuff like that, boom, and people will laugh. People will laugh like that. There's a YouTuber in Mexico that's very famous, very cult. He's sort of like a cult hero now, cult famous.
Oh.
He's like a YouTuber. He's actually a gay man from Mexico. Well, and when he comes does live, he averages about 1,000 people watching him.
Oh, nice.
This is one of the few YouTubers you're going to hear that his fans from YouTube actually go and visit him. Go there. Yes. Oh, yes. They want to go there and get cussed out by him.
They want to get cussed out by him.
Yeah, because he cusses up. He cusses like hell. Oh, get the fuck out of but it's in Spanish, but really funny, really funny.
So
there's
it's kind of like Abe, only he'll do it straight to your face.
Yeah. And,
nice.
This guy's like that.
We got to get Abe to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bet Abe. One of these days, people are gonna drive all the way to South Carolina to get cussed out by this man. A woman saying, "Call me bitch," like that. So this guy. So there's this one. This is a funny one. He goes into this. He goes to this street seafood stand because in Mexico they have these street seafood stands. He goes there, and the guys were there. They come in, they greet him, they bring their phones, take pictures on him like that, and ask him, "Hey, blah 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 blah." And then his friend, who's driving him, tells him, "Hey, you want something to eat from here?" And he says to his friend, "This has actually happened on the live stream. No, I don't want to eat here. Their food. I came here once. Their food here is so salty. I hate this food." And the owner says, "Oh, salty. Oh yeah." And he tells him the dick is salty, and you suck dick, huh?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh my god! When he swears, he starts cussing. But man, I wish you could understand. You'll laugh your ass. I laugh, and I can't even. once and one video, I would just could start laughing. People just go to see him laughing. He has people from he has people from Puerto Rico who come far, from Argentina, even from Spain. People have come to visit
Oh
him.
my God.
Yes, oh
He's
yes,
got like a
and
cult following.
oh, not only that, this guy doesn't make money on PayPal, none of that. People send him money directly to him. They
Hey,
send
you
him.
know what? More power to you, because I don't think YouTube has any place taking 30% of anything. That's just
Oh
disgusting.
no, they send it directly to him. That has nothing to do with YouTube.
Good.
They send it to him. They send him, here you go. People like from the US, because he has a lot of fans here in the US, who go there for, visit, because there's people who visit their relatives over there. They drive by there and they give him, here you go, $20, $50.
Hey, divert it from, like I said, all of
One of
you
them.
who are on the platform that want to make money, divert it away from them into
Yeah.
your own pocket. Siphon it out.
Yes.
Launder it, if you will. Just launder it, if you will.
Yeah. No, they give him this. They just give him the money. His fans just give him the money. Just give him fans. They give him. Okay, here's $20.
Works
Here's
for me.
$70.
I have an Amazon wish list as long as a pirate. Let's do this. I want that gravy train.
Yes. This is people go there. Even some went as far to give him a brand new refrigerator.
Oh my
Some
God.
people, yes, they
I'll
give him a
never
brand new
consider.
refrigerator.
We're
And
doing-
when he turned, he's an elderly man. And when he turned 85, I think it was last year, they made a big party of him. A big party. There was a lot of fans who came in.
Oh, so he's an
Some
older man
people-
doing this and cussing people out?
Yes, that's the older
I'm
gay
on
man.
board.
He's 85. now.
I'm on board.
Yeah, because
Even
well,
better.
you could
Even
understand
better.
him.
An old man screaming at people. Nice. Give
Yeah,
him some-
and there's he used to live in this neighborhood. One of his early videos, and this special needs man who lived right next door,
Uh-huh.
he would cuss him out, but the special needs guy would come up and cuss him out, and he really yell at him, "You fucking asshole, you faggot! I'm gonna get you, man!"
So it's like grumpy old men.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yes. Oh, nice.
yeah, oh yeah. He goes over there. People send him money. He goes. And not only that, he doesn't only make the money on the YouTube. He makes money also on like on shirts, souvenirs,
There you go.
and also presentations. The nightclub presentations where people pay to go see him.
Well, look at
you know,
him doing better
yes.
than Mark Perry. Oh, shh. I didn't say that.
Yeah. Yes. People go actually see him. I mean, he's trained. I mean, and he makes people laugh. He's not a trained comic or anything. He just sits around. He's himself, and he starts and people ask him questions, and he cusses you again. Hey, Gilberto, get the fuck around. What are you talking about, dude? Fuck you. He goes, dude, what are you saying? Huh?
Sounds good to me.
Get your girlfriend.
Get over
you
here.
know,
Cuss
tell
everyone out.
Yeah, he'll say, "Get that whore, your girlfriend, out of here." He'll say that stuff. He is like
raw.
vulgar like that. But
Really
he is
raw.
like, yes, he's really raw. But but he presents. He goes on sometimes he goes on a tour, a nightclub circuit, and they take him. He has a couple of guys who take care of him. They do all their publicity work and everything, and
Right.
and he does all these videos of himself. Sometimes when when they take him to the forest to do this, or they take him to town or someplace, and he's talking to people and everything, or he's in his home, he's barbecuing, and then the other guys start teasing him, start making fun of them, and then he comes back and tells them to go fuck up. Oh man,
Nice.
yeah, oh yeah. He averages 1,000 views. 1,000 views. They come. The side chick just goes.
Not
Yes, he goes on. Yeah, when he goes on YouTube, the guy the channel's not his. The channel belongs to a guy, because he doesn't know nothing about computers, nothing at all. He doesn't know not a bit of what a computer is. But this guy who the owner of the channel is the guy that handles his
So he has
his
a host.
publicity. Yeah, the host. Yeah, he handles the publicity.
His income might be like more government based. You know what I mean?
What?
That's why
No,
he's
no.
diverting any kind of payment, maybe.
What?
Is he on like any kind of social assistance, like Social Security, any kind of like?
Yeah, well, yes, he is in Mexico. Yes,
That's
he
why I
is.
figured why he's diverting like the stuff to like straight to him.
Yeah, he is. But a lot of people give him stuff.
Mhm.
His fans, they send
Yeah,
them
because
money.
you can make a donation to someone on that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you can't.
This is
I don't
he
know.
gets
I
he
know
gets
if you're on disability, you can collect some depending on how much your state lets you make, and as long as you're not
yeah,
exceeding that, you're fine with your channel. But if you're exceeding
exactly.
that, I don't know how that. You know what I mean? I don't know how it works exactly.
Well, he's in a foreign country. I don't know the laws in Mexico. That's what he does. That he goes.
Right, and then you got like, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and that's what it is. But he gets all that money from people. They send $20, $60. They send him, and they come to visit him. Hey, Gilbert. No, his name is Gilberto. Gilbert is his name,
Okay.
and like that. And he has this really and he has this ugly big nose like that. Like it looks like a.
And
And he walks
they
by.
donate like they're donating American dollars. Isn't our currency more?
No, no, no. Our currency is more expensive. It's more value over there. It's much expensive over there. The currency is much better. People, if you have dollars over there in Mexico, you're you're I mean oh man, people don't like you.
So
Yeah,
they prefer the dollar.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's what I
dollar.
thought. So they're
Yeah,
giving
people.
him like U.S. dollars.
Yeah, yeah. People that give them U.S. dollars, they give them
Nice,
$20, $40.
nice.
They no, they they just donate them. They
Even
like them.
better.
Yeah, because they liked him so much. He does all that, and then he would sometimes sing for for people on the street. Oh God, he does all kinds of stuff. There's a
Nice.
song about
I like
him.
that stuff. I like that. Like the
Yeah.
actual in real life type setting things, even if you
Oh
have a
yeah.
bit going on.
No, no. The thing, he's not a character. What he does, it's his real life. The funny stuff, he does not a character. It's
Yeah.
him. It's him. It's himself. It's the way he when he cusses out people and he talks about people just come to see him. They want to get cussed up by him, man. They want to get cussed up by him. Call him. They want to call him. They call him names. They call him
God.
things like that. But that's what they want to do. And he makes a lot of money by going to nightclub acts.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, nightclub acts and sometimes he was at just recently. He was down here in Tijuana. He was at the fair. That he was presented.
Hmm.
Recently, he made a video. And he was at the fair and he was talking with people. And yeah, he's yeah, he's a lot of people visit him from countries and everything. I even plan to visit him one time and see if he
Oh,
cusses me
nice.
out. But yeah, yeah, and recorded it. Yeah, some people do recorded it
Oh
and
my
see if
God,
he
nice.
cusses. Yeah, see if he cusses me out.
Oh, maybe you
Yeah,
will. Maybe you have the opportunity to get cussed out by him.
yeah, because he reminds me a lot of my relatives down there, my uncles like that, because they were like that. They were like cussing people out. I had an aunt. She was my mom's aunt, my grand aunt, because she was my grandmother's sister. She used to cuss
Uh-huh.
people out on the street when they were walking by. Yes, if she saw a woman wearing a sundress, she'll call her. What do you look, man? You look like a prostitute, man. Walking down the street. Yes, she did all
Oh my
the time.
God.
Yeah,
See, I'm always on board when the older ones are like schooling. Yeah,
yeah.
people yelling. I don't know why.
Yeah, my aunt, she was really funny. My aunt Angela, she was really funny. She was a character. There's a story about her that these men were playing when her husband was alive years ago. They were playing this game, and this game consisted if they found out that one of their spouses are cheating on him, that
Oh no.
person that person loses the
Always
game. But I
wonderful
don't.
news.
Yeah, I don't know how they find it out, but let me tell you what happened later. My aunt would tell my uncle, "Get off us! Don't play that game. You're gonna lose, man." So that means my aunt was cheating on him.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't play that game, Scorpius. You're gonna lose.
Oh, yeah, that's why they call it cheating.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly why they call it cheating.
yeah. I don't know how that game consisted, but the man who was right there, who was in that same group of those men, he told me that story years later. Or- And he told me that they play that game, but I don't know how that game consisted. I'm gonna ask a friend of mine later on. I'm gonna text him and ask him. He probably might know something. but what kind of game they were playing. But you see a lot of strange games people play from all over
Yeah.
the world, cultures. In Mexico, check this out. In Mexico, they have this guy, for example, in Mexico City, he walks with a case. It looks like a briefcase,
Uh-huh.
and that briefcase has these two wires, and those two wires are if you wanna get electric shocks,
Mhm.
he'll turn on the thing, you'll get electric shock
Oh
for a
no,
couple of
hell
pesos.
no. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
No.
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
That's too much for me. I bow out.
Yeah,
I watch it
yeah,
happen. Like, don't get it wrong. I love Jackass and I love watching that shit. Like,
yeah, yeah. But this guy,
I'm not gonna do
he
it.
no, me too. I'm not even into this, but
Oh shoot, let me mute down. I'll be right back. I have a call.
okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah,
I will call that one back.
yeah. So that's my
Yes, I
yeah,
have a shitty Android.
yeah. Oh, you have an Android? Oh,
Yeah, I'm on the Obama share plan.
oh, okay.
That's
My phone.
what I like to call it. My free phone. I haven't had an iPhone. I mean, I barely know how to navigate one. I've always had Android, so you know what I mean. And they're cheaper to replace if anything goes south.
Yeah, they're cheaper to replace it.
Much cheaper to replace, I think.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
kind
The
of
Android. Yeah.
because my budget's kind of lower.
Yeah, they're cheaper. The Android.
Called staying in my lane. I guess.
Mm.
But for iPhone users, yeah, you can frown on me. Oh my god! And then that ring was like the most tame out of all of them. I used to have a Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song as my ringtone.
I love that show.
Oh my god!
I
Like, that's what it felt like when anyone called me. It was like rolling your eyes, going, "Oh boy, here we go."
Oh, yeah, I love that show. That show's hilarious.
Funny. Yeah.
Larry
Be in a
David.
doctor's office and start playing when it was real quiet, and I just start giggling.
Oh, I love that show, man. I love that. Oh, that's hilarious.
Funny. I think it was underrated though.
Yeah, underrated. Yeah, it's funny. It is. It is so great show.
I know Rosie
Oh
liked
yeah,
it.
I love it. I love it. It's a great show. It's it's a show. It's man, I love it. I like that one with that woman who doesn't like him, who's just like the wife of his agent or something.
Yeah.
That who cusses him a lot.
I can't remember the name though.
Yeah, her husband is a fat
There, I
guy.
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the husband is a fat guy.
Oh, what is it? Hold
Oh,
on.
Susie. Oh, Susie's her name.
It's like right there. Something's Spade or
No, that's
King
no,
of
her name.
Queens? Is it King of Queens?
No. It's in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about a whole nother show. I'm sorry.
I like that show too. Yeah. It was the fat guy's wife, Susie, is her name. The one who was always cussing him out.
It's escaping me right now.
Oh, that's really funny. I like that episode. Larry.
I kind of dropped off at shows, but I do. You know what? That's what I should do. I need to get my Netflix back because I do like Stranger Things, and I wanted to see like this Wednesday take the Tim Burton's Wednesday series.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would, but I'm gonna give it a try.
Tim Burton. Oh yeah.
I do enjoy Tim Burton. Not everything, but like I honestly didn't really enjoy like what was the one? Was it Sweeney Todd? That was one of his.
Which one?
Sweeney Todd?
No, I don't think so.
No, wasn't Burton. Okay, maybe it was I'm just thinking Johnny Depp. Like I didn't enjoy that one, and I didn't like The Nightmare Before Christmas too. Like it's not like I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. Oh, I like it.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh,
It's fine. I just didn't get into it. I guess.
just
And
that.
Corpse Bride. Like Corpse Bride was another.
Oh, just that scene where that boy comes in Halloween and tells him,
My
"What you got
favorite
for Halloween?"
are, like I said, Mars Attacks. I love Edward Scissorhands, and I know I'm missing another one in there. Shoot.
Yeah, he tells him, "What you got for Halloween?" He tells him, and he gives him a head. Ah, that's
Oh,
what.
Dark Shadows, the remake of that one was pretty darn good. I thought that one was funny.
Well, the original show's it's a lot scarier.
Oh, I watched a lot of the original show, and I think my
Mm.
mom did when like she was pregnant with me.
That was a lot of that. That's a relief. That was a relief.
It's good though. Like even looking back on it, it's really good.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You can find some of those online and some streaming
you
services.
can find a lot of stuff right here on YouTube for free if you just look a little bit, because like
Yeah,
sometimes you get shitty links, but sometimes you'll get like, I don't know. I don't mind watching something with like the subtitles if they're not terribly big. Like I'm good.
exactly.
I'm a cheapie.
Yeah.
But there's other sites that I can watch them on. But anyway, I'm gonna call this fool back before it gets too late because he's on
Yeah.
his. And I wanted to thank you so much for having me. It was like
Okay.
talking, and I had like cup after cup of coffee, and it was just like coffee talk.
Okay, sure. Well,
I can't wait to come back and see what's happening on the channel.
okay. We'll be, I'll be here. I'll be here.
Thank you. And I hope everyone has a good rest of the day and stay safe.
Okay, you stay safe and thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Well, that's all, folks, and I'll see you maybe on Wednesday. Okay, take care and grease for peace.